Good evening, bad kids. How does it? We're here. We're a little early because your girl's tired from the week. We were gonna go live last night, but here we are. We're here tonight. I ended up being on Para Women Radio last night, talking with Amy about Laura Matthias and going over some body cam footage, which we will be doing tonight over here because Laura Matthias is a psychotic weirdo. I mean, put a one in the chat if you've seen some of the body cam footage. I'm gonna put a one. I'm putting a one. I have. I've done it. I've seen it. It's wild. And it just goes to show how unstable this woman is. Okay. She's so unstable. And actually, Every Day with Jay, who I watch every single day during my work day. I don't have to deal with people during the day. You know, working in IT, I have the privilege of being able to put earbuds in and work and listen. And I listen to Every Day with Jay, and she has all the Laura Matthias tea. So I give her all of the props. For this, I actually pinned one of the body cam videos that we are going to be watching from her channel on the chat. So if you want to go listen to it without my commentary and you want to find her channel and go through down the rabbit hole of Laura Matthias, as she has been doing, which has been stellar, please go over there and do that. Yeah, so it's been a day. We're just going to start off by saying that not to brag, but I'm pretty good with my Christmas shopping. Just saying. I went out with my nephew the other night, went Christmas shopping. So I'm feeling pretty good about myself, kids. Who do we have in chat? Hello. Thanks for being here. Ruth Ann's here. Hey, baby. Oh, and we have Scotty, retired NYPD. Always a pleasure to see you, baby. Oh, that's me. Ruth Ann, you've seen it. You've seen it. Everybody's seen it. Everybody's seen it. We're going to go over some of the body cam footage. And who do you want to go over first? Do you want to go over Lauren and Grayson, their body cam footage, or should we go over Christina first? Because there's body cam footage of one of the Colorado police calling up Christina, the stalker. And it really goes to show how much of a stalker she is not. Oh, we got Rosie in the house. Hey, Rosie. Hey, Bruce. How you doing, honey? Haven't seen you. I hope Sarah's doing well too. Oh, sidebar. Okay. Not many movies make me cry, but I watched a movie on Prime called My Last Night in Rosie. It's a tearjerker, and I've watched it 3 times on Prime, and I ugly cried. Okay. So Rosie, if you haven't seen it, anyone, all of you, it's called Last Night in Rosie, Rozzie, worth the watch. It is based in Rosendale, Massachusetts, which is as a neighborhood in Boston. That's why I call Standing Stones Rosie, because that's where he is from. Really good movie. Oh, blessings. Welcome. Absolutely. I mean, hidden true comment. This bitch just keeps giving. She and she can't help herself. She cannot help herself. And I don't think for a second that she thought that any of this body cam footage was coming out. I don't think for a second. Poor Gigi from Pretty Lies and Alibis. I've always liked her channel, and that poor woman being dragged in. Oh, who else do we got? Oh, hey, Ty, baby. Good to see you. Oh, Rosie, you seen it. Yeah, it makes me ugly cry every time I have to watch it alone. Yeah, blessings. She had no idea. She's like, my poor reputation. Stop doing shit behind the scenes if you don't want to be found out. All right. I mean, I've been all over Rex losing brain cells with all of that fucking nonsense. All right. Everyone just exposing everybody, and people are like, oh, my screenshots are being fucking displayed. Stop doing it. Stop doing the things. Right? Another movie shooting Rosie and Mel Gibson. Yeah, that was a good one too. I didn't necessarily cry during that one, like I did at my last night in Rosie or something. But Mel Gibson, great movie. I actually saw it being made because my ex boyfriend lived like 3 streets away, so it was pretty cool. That was a really cool thing. Oh, thank you, thank you. Um, you would think a real news person would know. Honey, you would think, but Lauren's above the law. I believe that she knew you could, but I don't think she thought that these people would. You know what I mean? They wouldn't do that to me. I'm Lauren Matthias. I'm important. Don't you see who I am? I over accentuate all of my words, important and comfortable. Out of here. Um, Checking in on Melanie's chat if I'm blocked or something. I was not able to see chat on my TV or the phone. Oh, Scotty, get on that. Hi, Tracy V, my Capricorn soul sister. Always a pleasure to see you. Oh, thanks, Rosie. I love you guys. Have I ever met Nala? No, no, I have not. I am not I like trial cases and I like all of that type of thing, but I don't do the crime cons. I don't really network like that. I do associate myself with some creators that are stellar, but Laura Matthias has always given me the cringe. I used to watch her channel many years ago because of John. I thought that he was okay, but not anymore. I don't think that he's okay, and I don't think that he's fit for much of anything. Okay. I was a gem at one time. I was a member to their channel back years ago, and then I started to see them for who they were, and now I really see them for who they are, and they're just like not good people in my opinion. Um um I can't read but can hear. What's up? Yes. Yeah, right? Like, this is another thing too. It's like being someone who now is talking and criticizing the hidden true crime channel, their gems are vicious. They are vicious. I got called ghetto trash by one of them because of my accent. Like, man, I can't help that. I was born this way. I was born into my accent. And if you think I'm ghetto trash, that's fine. But unlike Lauren's families, who's just riddled with criminals, mine isn't. I'm not a criminal. And I'm actually like a high level, like IT person, not ghetto trash. And even if I was, F you. That's how I feel. Right? Um, I'll check. Cool. She will check. Yes, I did. I said it. He's gonna check for you, mama. Oh, Ruth Ann, thank you. Thank you. I pulled over. I'll email when I get home. Thank you, Scotty. Yes, thank you. Thank you. We are blessed. We have a blessed chat over here. So, who do you guys want to start with? Do you guys want to start with? Now, this is from Everyday with Jay. She has been doing stellar work on the whole hidden true crime thing, and we are going to use her content. I have it pinned at the top. You guys want to go check out her and for her video without my commentary. And there's many other videos that you definitely want to check out if you haven't already. That would be great. Uh She is wild. He said, I think her. Wait, are we talking? Oh, are you talking about your dog or Laura Matthias? Because Laura Matthias's new caps are way too big for her mouth, or she's drunk all the time. I can't decide. I can't decide if the caps, if the veneers weren't fitted properly, or if she's drunk all the time. I'm not sure. Not sure. Yeah, I think Rossi's talking about his dog though. You can't. Oh my god, Rossi's dog is super cute. Super, super cute. Any suggestions? All right, so we'll just start with Lauren and Grayson. They called the police to Grayson's apartment that while I was on hi Skies. Thank you for coming over. Welcome to the Bad Kids Club. There are not many rules. Just be kind to each other, and you can say whatever the fuck you want over here. No rules over here, sister or brother. There's no rules. I'm unprofessional too. So I'm not like, no, not here. Not here. Hey, Jay Warren. Always a pleasure, honey. Loving you're here. You always have great things to say. Yeah, rescue. Aw, so cute. All right. Yeah, skies. Yeah. I am not professional. I do this just as a hobby. I'm not we just talk shit and like expose people and talk about cases. I generally like unsolved cases. Like we have a series that we do every Sunday at 10 a.m. We are right now on John Benet Ramsey, which is getting really heavy and deep, and we're just peeling back the onion of what really goes on in Boulder, Colorado, and around the country of different kinds of trafficking rings and so on and so forth. So I hope you join us on Sundays as well at 10 a.m. That's our main that's our main time that we're here. And you'll love the chat. You'll love the people. Everyone's very funny. And we have a good time. All right. So we'll start with we will start with Grayson and Lauren. Why not? Why no? All right. So let's pull her up here. Whoa. What is happening there? That looks better. That looks better. Make sure that please tell me if you can hear it or not. Okay. So this is them showing up to Grayson's apartment. And FYI, Grayson, if you're watching, because you're one of the see you next Tuesdays in my comments that said I had a mediocre channel at best. Don't wear midriff shirts. Not for you, bitch. Not for you. Okay, let's go. See, there we go. See? Be nice. Hi.
Hello.
Lily, off.
You Grayson or
yes,
okay. Okay, so
I'm the producer. I'm the producer.
Oh, well, Sheree, I need to run some. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Officer. Where do we start?
Yeah, so she's a public figure online,
Okay.
and we have people threatening to extort her. This started in April. They started with public threats.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm already pausing for this. They were being extorted. Extorted? Did they even know what extorted means? So now, not only are they stalked, they're bullied. Poor me. But now they're being extorted for what? For your mediocre fucking apartment that the Matthiases pay for? That they put their studio in your second bedroom? That's embarrassing, Grayson. Have some self-respect and take off that shirt. Your 6-year-old niece needs it back.
We have pretty good, solid proof that former employers had hacked her iCloud account.
Okay.
And then posted stuff online that they were gonna go public with her messages. and then
Private
things settled,
messages.
yeah, and then things settled down. And then the last couple of weeks things have been ramping up again. We've got somebody sent us an email today that was sent out.
This has gone as far as News Nation and Law and Crime too. I'm a true crime reporter.
Okay.
And like Law and Crime and even News Nation are
Okay.
reaching out about
Okay, in correction, you're not a true crime reporter. You are a true crime YouTuber, bitch. And I thought you were a limited figure. I'm a limited figure. I'm a limited figure. I'm just the mom of the YouTube channel with a producer. No. And Lauren Crime and these stations got involved because you involved them, bitch. You involved them at CrimeCon. Weirdo.
my private messages. So this is like national, and I think why it's an extra big concern. It's actually not just about me, as you know, as a police officer. Crime is true. It's real.
Mhm.
Forget that.
Right.
There
Blessing.
are. I'm an investigative journalist.
Okay.
I have been to numerous trials. I work with numerous victims.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if these
I'm just a normal
private
mom.
messages of mine come out between employees, it won't just be me that's harmed.
Mhm.
It's going to be a lot of people
Okay.
that is harmed. And we have private emails that have now come from a Proton email saying true crime, more like true lies. We know you've been talking about all these people to name all these victims that are nationally known victims. Like we were just at the Gabby Petito Foundation dinner. Like we work with numerous.
Oh, I just thought of something. How much do you guys want to make a bet that they were talking shit about the Petitos too? And that is something that they do not want to get out. It's already gotten out that they've talked about the Woodcocks and Crusha and all of that. How much do you want to make a bet that A, they were talking about the Petitos, and B, they're the one that sent their own Proton email like the weirdos they are? Oh, yeah. Blessings. You know. Yeah. We see right through these hoes. Absolutely. True crime is true. It's right in the title. Yeah. She even said hidden true lies. Yo, she zooed herself. She's like, they call me hidden true lies. You can't make this shit up. Oh, this is better than soap operas. Stop it.
High profile victims of crime. Like, and again, these are, I share off the record conversations with them. You know, like things that, like people.
Off the record conversations with who when you say them?
The ex-employees.
Okay.
Because they're my employees, and I'm like, hey, I learned this information. I'm going to go forward with this. We can't say this.
Hey, Jen.
Did you have an NDA with them?
I did not.
There's the big challenge right there.
They posted threats online for
Okay.
to release her private stuff.
And we have said
What have to
Okay, I have to keep pausing just because this, but like, it's not threats, right? It's not threats. Like, they're not like, I'm going to come be the boogeyman in your closet at home. No, they're like, girl, you said this shit and I'm telling people. Like, I'm telling people on you. That's what it is. Stop it. What does it say? Lauren flat out admits that it's her bad words that she texted to people. Right. And can we listen? I don't know. I come from the Karen Reed world. That's how I pretty much started. You know, I started this channel, you know, from like my breast cancer journey into morphing into this like genre of YouTube. But like, never ever think that any of your text messages, especially in a group, are ever going to be silent. Don't ever think that. Okay. Be willing to stand 10 toes down on the shit that you say in text messages. Shit comes back to bite you. I've seen it happen time and time again.
I'd have to see what those are.
Yeah.
Do you have a lawyer already?
I have a lawyer that is my brother. He sent cease and desist, and someone wrote back saying, okay, dear Lauren's brother. I mean, he's a good lawyer. sense, so that's why I use
Yeah.
them. But, they, privately cited case law and
Wait, and can we just do you remember during her live when she was like, and just so everybody knows, my brother's not my lawyer. Body cam says differently, bitch. Another fucking lie, Lauren Matthias. Lauren. Warren and John.
on laws. And I have those, the cease and desist sent. And
Exactly, Ruth Ann.
Cited the computer fraud for hacking your.
Well, did you share your password with employees so they could do things under your premise? Like in your absence, you says, here's my password, go ahead and.
I sent them some passwords, but then the employment terminated.
Okay.
And I changed what I thought were all my passwords, and I am concerned that I had given them, I did not ever give them permission to get in an iCloud whatsoever.
Okay.
And the employment had terminated, and I actually think they went and figured out how to get into it.
Hi, Mom.
So that was a matter of permission.
I'm not a big IT person, so
I am.
I mean, how they could hack it, because Apple's one of the hardest things to hack. So it would have to be, I'm leaning more to the point of a shared password that wasn't changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when were they terminated? Did you have a termination letter or what'd you have?
Oh, but wait. She gave her passwords to her employees like a fucking dingbat. Okay. Here's my passwords on a silver platter. And this guy has no idea what he's talking about. Okay. Just point. He's an officer. I respect him. But he shouldn't give IT advice. Just saying.
Yeah, with Lindsay, I do.
Yeah.
I have termination letters.
But you don't know who's, so it sounds like there's more than one
There's
more than one person that could be doing
so there's
this.
multiple people involved. I've talked to have been saying names of who's
I love
involved,
you so
and
much.
they are
Kate.
telling me you need to be prepared for this to go public. They want her head on a platter. They want to destroy her.
Okay.
These people are. I have the first threat here, and I have the email that we got.
So what's the threat? What's the words of the threat?
This one was public service announcement. So for context, she had a private conversation with another person who works for her.
This bitch said public service announcement. You're about to get exposed for who exactly you are. Who exactly you are. And NDAs, there are disclaimers with those. Okay. There are disclaimers that are for the person signing the NDA. I have an NDA with the place that I work, and there are parameters, but it's not all what they're making it out to be.
For this day, and just said she was really upset about
Calypso.
the falling out and how this ended, the employment stuff ended. And 2 hours later, this goes on social media. Public service announcement: you better quit lying in private before the truth gets told in public. I'm not sure if you're suffering from delusions or amnesia, but you're trying to play with OG Crash House. We don't mind exposing what needs to be exposed. Didn't act you as a courtesy, but don't mistake that for hesitation. They put that in a public forum.
Okay.
And then at first,
Take a screenshot of that if you can.
oh, I have it.
Okay.
At first, I told her, I'm not sure that this is what you think it is. Like, this could just be coincidence. And then
Or an idle, a threat in a sense of, oh, we have stuff on you, but maybe they don't.
Right. Well, and I was like, how would they
Exposing someone's bad behavior is not a threat. They're just like, bitch, they're lucky they got a heads up. I've seen people with no heads up, like, hey, look what I got. This person's a piece of shit. We've all seen it.
have? But how would they have gotten that message?
Yeah. Give me 1 second here. Hey, I'm going to call for service right now. Are you going to be in that area for a little while, or?
Yeah, I'll head up there. I'm there for like 20 minutes. Or so.
Ruth Ann.
You got a particular location you got to visit?
I'll just be at the watermill thing at Speedy Park there.
This poor
Okay, I'll
cop
see if
is
I can
like,
get off.
wait until I tell you about the
see.
call
I'll
I
text
just
you when I
got.
get done with this call for service and see if you're still in the area then.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot, man. Bye.
So
when they posted this, they said, I'm not sure, but I started digging. By that point, you had lost access to your email. That we thought was really strange. We're like, that's weird. You've lost access to your emails. I was able to recover those and locked everything down. I could tell that things had been messed with.
Okay.
And then we went to a trial that we were reporting at 2 weeks later, and somebody came up to you and said, all your messages are everywhere. People have them.
And they're
Oh,
horrible.
well.
And they're horrible. And so that's when we,
And other people are getting
Did
hurt. Again, my
they
biggest
say
concern
did they
is-
say specific though? Because to say there's a lot of them out there that's not specific, that just
we got
I'm just trying to say that somebody truly saw, or they're saying that they saw.
we received some of the messages that are
From
out there.
You received the messages that somebody else.
Screenshots
Okay.
of my private messages
Okay.
from a person that shouldn't have had them.
Okay.
And exactly what I thought, this person was hurt by things said about her in private.
Okay.
You know, I apologize, but again, like I said, people
I apologized.
just think this is a fun game for them. And like there's one person who volunteered for me, for example, I'm just using an example, I learned is suicidal.
Mhm.
And behind the scenes, as she's volunteering for me, behind the scenes, people are complaining, my employees are complaining about this person. I'm
Mhm.
like,
So, okay, I'm just going to pause right there. I'm going to be pausing a lot because this is just like, okay. So she's concerned. No, he had to have said, you're being filmed on a body cam. She had to have seen the body cam on him. Okay. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a body cam. I've seen a body cam up close and personal. You can tell they have this on. She's saying they're telling people the things that I said about them, but then she's telling the cop that this person's suicidal. How does that make her better? The body cam is within the past few months. This one specifically, I believe, because this all went down in like September. So this is prior to the 9-hour live. This is before this is before that. Okay. They're doing damage control at this point. They're pulling in police resources, like, please make them stop talking about my bad deeds. Can you imagine this police officer showing up at this crusty ass fucking apartment being like, you guys called me here for this? Stop being mean girls. Stop being assholes. Yeah, right? Amy in the back seat. It's like, God, listen, I can out me girl a lot of people, but like right here, listen, if you're gonna talk shit, you better stand on your 10 toes with your whole chest.
like, look, I know, she's annoying, but like,
No, you're annoying.
just deal with it.
Yeah.
She gets this, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like, to me, I'm like, and I know you guys deal with this every day, like, people are assholes, but like,
no, they
she
don't deal
can
with you.
self-harm. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this is so upsetting on so many levels, not just like, oh, woe is me.
Right.
Like, I care about all these
I get it.
people.
I get it.
But
But my job is to decipher if
Jeez.
there's a criminal act or not.
correct. Okay.
So
That's so
there's a lot of
true.
crummy people out there that are horrible to other people.
Oh,
Whether
like
it's child
Lauren?
against a parent, parent against a child, saying ugly
Sure.
things,
Sure.
saying many ugly things, which is despicable, but it's not against the law.
Sure.
So that's what I need to do
Yeah,
is
you need to figure it out.
decipher if a crime has been committed, and then what route we would go down to trying to prove that.
Yeah. Correct.
Because cybercrime is it's a whole different
other-
challenge and stuff.
So
I agree.
And
Lauren
I get what you're
Matthias
saying.
and Grace.
if they're not
Indoor.
asking for money, it's hard to say that there's extortion there. Okay.
Okay.
So, or asking for something in return. That's hard to say that there's extortion.
Can we take a moment just to say that they called the police to lie, to say they were being extorted? Did she grab a Webster's dictionary and look up the definition of extortion? That this is not extortion. This is, ha ha, gotcha, bitch. Because you are a bitch and you were talking shit and you're just scared that people are going to find out because no one's going to want to work with you again. That's all this is. I want extortion receipts because you made this our problem, Laura Matthias. You made all of this our problem. You made this all our problem. Hey, Laura, Mrs. Rober. Yo, did she pull off Grayson's? I got no comeback. I don't know. Did she pull off the curtain? Like I'm Mormon and I can't show my body. I can't tempt this cop. So I'm gonna throw on the Grayson's curtain with my garments. I can't. Like what? Yeah, we see you, bitch. We see you. Discernment. You can't make everybody like your gems drink the Kool-Aid and be like, Lauren's so great. I don't drink Kool-Aid. Nope. I see you. She pulled off a curtain. She didn't want to show her skin to entice the cop because John was taking care of their son in Arizona because she hasn't seen them in 7 months. She shacked up with Grayson like Jody and Frankie. Tell me I'm wrong. Where's the lie? Let's keep going. I got more.
Extortion. Because, I mean, if you look at just the political arena, people have dirt on people, have dirt on people, have dirt on people.
Right.
Hey, I'm going to let this out if, you don't do this for me.
Sure.
That would be extortion, sure. But if for being vindictive or saying, I know you're not telling the truth, so unless you tell the truth, I'm going to let this out. That's not really for money or personal gain. That's just saying, hey, I'm going to out you.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
so the crime in that is
stop being a bitch.
no real crime. So then it comes down to you did share passwords with persons. So it would be like, well, when were these conversations or when were these emails compared to did they forward themselves the emails or copy the emails, 10 weeks ago compared to they were fired 2 weeks ago and got in there and got them within the last 2 weeks. I mean, if there was something that you could say, yes, this is a conversation I had 2 weeks ago, nobody knew about it prior, and all of a sudden now they know about it, then it's like, okay, well, they should know about it because you change your passwords and we can cut the date off at this. 10 weeks ago was a conversation compared to 2 weeks ago was a conversation. These people were let go 4 weeks ago. So there's no way they should have known this stuff, because that's where the NDAs come in hugely, huge. NDAs are lifesavers for people like you.
Yeah.
So, and celebrities, Hollywood, all that stuff.
She signed with
Okay. Lauren's not a celebrity. All right. And when we hear poor Christina's interview with this man, I think in his body cam, you're gonna see why the NDA is irrelevant. Okay. What NDA? She's a mean girl talking shit and doesn't want to get caught because of her brand. Okay. Dude, she rides a coattails of her husband's degrees that he may or may not have. Okay. I'm questioning. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Right? Stop. Yo, he's feeding her ego by being like a celebrity. Lauren Matthias is not a celebrity. She might be now for her bad behavior. She might be now. She's not though. Remember, I'm just a limited public figure with a YouTube channel. Remember that whole spiel? Fucking Lauren Arias. Having the twins, unless you said. Oh my God, this is too rich. It keeps getting better. Wait until you see the next one.
Unfortunately, they were my I probably wasn't considered a public figure, and then I got.
You trusted them, and
bigger and
unfortunately, I mean, I've had a small business, so I get it.
Yeah.
It's they're great until they're not.
Right, and then it sucks, and then now that I'm a public figure, and there are other people that could be really hurt by this. Yeah.
So
And the other people to be hurt, then they would be the victims, though, not you. So I understand that you're feeling for them, and you don't want them to be hurt. I understand that. But at that point, if they are hurt, that would be them going after persons based on them being the victim of whatever that is. Does that make sense?
You hurt
June
them.
9th was the second one. I found it. We had an email sent to us from Proton, which I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
The email was, if you only knew 111, the subject was the truth will come out. Hidden true crime, more like hidden true lies. All of it will come to light. Your trash talking Kay Woodcock, Heather Daybell, Gigi, Justin London, Navy, and Ashley Bishop, Susan Hendricks, Rob Wood, Richardson, Ray Hermes. all of them are BCC'd on this email.
You guys, is that too fast? They talk so slow on the other side of the country. It's like, no offense, guys. Let's do 2 point. There we go. That might be a little bit better. All right.
Email, your text messages will prove it.
Okay.
Like they have her text messages. They
And so-
have,
and so
But they haven't sent them out though.
they have. We just haven't. People are calling me saying I have them. I've gotten files.
So you've seen the text messages.
I've seen
Did they say
them.
where they got them from?
We know some. I know.
We could give you people who do know where they came from. So we called someone today. and that person
So they
said-
would have
That's the
to,
person who said News Nation has reached out, Long Crime has reached out, and she said.
they would have to be
she said-
willing to work with us
I
to
think
help
this
us find
person
that.
would. If you-
So
if you
that's the
call
challenge
them,
as well.
This person.
Because
is-
news people, they're like, we don't want to reveal our sources.
I think this person.
So that's the big challenge too.
I think she would.
Then is this going to be considered slander? Have you talked to your brother about slander?
We talked about everything. I mean, I called him this morning. I had a meeting with him this morning when I started realizing how this kind of happened this morning. I've been working behind the scenes for a few days trying to figure out what happened.
Wait a minute. Did you catch that? Grayson had a meeting with Lauren's lawyer brother, not Lauren. Nope, too important. The celebrity Lauren did not have the meeting with her brother. Grayson did. 23-year-old Grayson with the bags because she hasn't slept since she started working for Lauren. Okay. How is it slander when Lauren's the one talking shit? Make it make sense, people. Someone make it make sense. They are so panicked. They're so panicked over her reputation and ruining her brand. Guess what, Lauren? You ruined your brand all on your own, sister.
And I get on a call with somebody this morning and somebody said, is Stephanie a former employee of Lauren's? And I said, yeah. Like, I didn't know this person knew who that was. And this person tells me, okay, well, I was told I should call Stephanie and she'll give me everything. She has all those screenshots. She's the one with everything.
Okay.
And Stephanie was sent to cease and desist. We knew she was one of the ones that was doing all this behind the scenes.
But then you'd have to prove of that she shared after the fact.
Let's specify this. I think that somebody could tell you, I do think Gigi respects police.
Yeah.
And if she knew that police were calling, I think that she might share the sources. She wouldn't share it with us.
Okay.
I do think, and she's the one who said that she had heard from Law and Crime and News Nation.
Okay. And so once again, hearing it and seeing it are two different things.
She's
Because then it's
She
Then
said that
it's-
she'd received voice
hang on.
messages. Okay.
Because then it becomes hearsay. So because they're calling her doesn't mean she has the information. So she has to be directly connected with the person. So a person goes to Newsweek or whatever, Newsweek comes back down, that's not from her. That's through completely different sources. It has to be direct.
Weaponizing law enforcement is absolutely disgusting. They know exactly what they did to these people. And now they're dragging poor Gigi, who just lost her grandmother. And I believe at this time, Gigi's grandmother was on hospice. Okay. They don't give a flying fuck about anyone else's life. Lauren Matthias cares about Lauren, and that's it. Not her husband, in my opinion, not a child, not Grayson, certainly not Grayson. Grayson is Buffalo Bill in this situation. Skin you and wear you. All right. She's just there for why are you there, Grayson? Why are you there? She's dragging you through the mud too, girl. Have some self-respect. Oh, I know. You'll always be my work wifey. We'll just, when? Oh my God, don't get me crying. I would have flipped my shit if I got in a yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can you imagine what this officer is like? What am I in right now? Like, what is happening? Why aren't I doing like real police work? I'm at some crusty apartment, okay, with a woman cloaked in a curtain, spewing off names and name dropping, and I'm so important, and this, bitch, sit down and take the heat that you brought the smoke from. You know what I'm saying? Gigi's grandma was in the ICU this day. That's right. Shame on you, fucking Laura Mathias. Mm-hmm. People don't care. They care about themselves. Let me take that back. These people only care about themselves. And this is why we talk
Did-
about
She
Files
said
and everything.
she has files and files of emails and texts, including voice.
But where'd she get them from?
That's where you come in. We don't know.
Well, I thought you asked her.
We asked her and she wouldn't tell us her source, so I think she would tell you. But that was the question. Like you said, would they tell? You
Yeah.
don't have to call if you don't want to, but I'm just,
No. I mean, if she's not going to share with you, then I don't know why she would share with me because she doesn't have to. I'm guessing she's in the industry, right?
she's in the industry, yeah.
So once she ruins her reputation by giving up sources, then what's her job going to be?
I think.
I'm not going to have a conversation with her.
I hear you.
So that's the challenge of being in this kind of
Yeah, I hear you.
situation.
So I was also in the real news for a long time. And so I kind of understand more how it works.
Laura Mathias, you don't understand shit about anything, okay? You didn't even have your contract employees sign NDAs. Girl, sit down. Look at Grayson with her hold up jeans. Those things are screaming for help. Okay, tell me Lauren didn't have to help her get those things off at the end of the day. It's like we're in pleather to a fucking club in the 90s. Good luck with that.
She's an excellent journalist. She's a great journalist. She has not been in the real news, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I believe that if police called her, she might say that I received it from this person.
Okay.
But you know, I hear you, and I respect that. Like journalists would
Certainly does.
share, and she might not, but I think she might.
Control 3 out of 1 with PR before.
When I talked to her today, she told me,
But I mean, I don't know. Maybe we don't want to. I mean, we want to make this.
Have you talked? Has your brother suggested calling us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and you could call my brother.
And what did he feel? What crimes did he feel that were surpassed? I should say.
Cease and desist, he said,
Because some of that stuff is more civil than it is criminal.
yeah, so he said,
Hence the civil injunction
cited-
that she did after
Extortion would be
this.
criminal, but other things within this could be more on a civil level than a criminal level.
Yeah, and forgive me, I need some water.
That's fine. Do you have an identification or driver's license I can just jot down quick? Do you got a Nevada driver's license or from another state?
Haven't got a driver's license.
Okay.
here is the cease and desist he sent Stephanie. Unauthorized access of private accounts, dissemination of private.
But we don't know that she did that after the fact or before. If she took all this information before the cease and desist. And here's the thing, I'm not saying it's possible one way or the other. What I'm saying is anything that I would have that may be criminal would go before a judge or actually before a district attorney. Then the district attorney would have to look at it and say, yes, I think we have enough information to go forward into court. So in a sense, I almost act like a judge in a sense, being like, what do I have? Because if I don't have nothing, or if I have questionable information, or a third party is telling me this information by hearsay, I don't have nothing. I work on facts. That's what we do as police officers. We should.
Yo, could you imagine the judge if they got up at the stand with all of this? He would have been like, get out of my face and please never come back. I don't care who your brother is. I don't care who your daddy is. Actually, her daddy's been in prison more than once. All right. Her Gem's calling me ghetto trash. I'm not a criminal, and neither is my family. My daddy never was in fucking prison. Neither was my mom, my brothers and sisters. Nothing. So miss me, Gems.
We're supposed to.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
So that's
I hear you.
so yeah, the information prior compared to the information after, that's where the NDA would have saved a lot of headaches. But the cease and desist, there would have to be proof of her continuing this process after the fact. So that would be like contacting all these people that have this information and saying, who did you get it from? And them saying it was from her, and then say, when did you get it from her?
I'm sitting down to get
So-
information, not to, should we call John? I think the other concern too is they might have even just like text between my husband and myself. From what it sounds like.
I'm sorry, say that again?
They might have texts between my husband and myself.
Okay.
He's my co-host, he's a criminal psychologist.
Okay.
And I
Got
hear
that
you,
right,
you go by
Bruce.
facts, I understand that, and a lot of this is in the works, right? So like,
Mhm.
it's, right.
Exactly.
I'm sharing, so we get it, we're sharing circumstantial evidence with you that could later become a fact, but I hear you, you need facts.
Mhm.
We're trying to figure this out, so thank you. So we get it, I'm a journalist, I work by facts too. And I know it's.
Which all journalists should.
Yeah, and I understand what circumstantial evidence
I'm gonna
is,
put this on.
figuring out. Let me, Let me call my husband. So he spoke.
Oh, this is Rich. Listen to this.
What's your phone number real quick? Since you're the victim.
Hold on one second. Sorry guys. Kung Fu Panda. He's trying to cuddle with Zoe and she ain't having it. She calls Dr. John. Okay. Listen to this quack. Okay. Would you ever want him evaluating anybody? Just listen.
Like, I don't know if you know the Lori Vallow Daybell case. Do you know?
No, I like watching To Catch a Smuggler and stuff like that. And
Okay, well, it's a Netflix
the cops, you know,
documentary.
bad boys, and so
Yeah, it's
the other
Bad
stuff
Boys,
interests me. It's just I don't have the time to sit down and
What you gonna do?
that's
What you
this
gonna
case
do
is
when
really
they come
impactful.
for you, bad
This
boys,
is
bad
the
boys?
the whole thing.
Mhm.
It's a very viral true crime case. That's what we've been
Has a
doing.
Netflix documentary to it. Dateline, 7 Datelines.
Yeah.
My husband spoke to the. Well, I don't want to get him involved. Again, I don't want to get a victim involved right now. So
Okay. Real quick, what'd you say your friend's name is then, and the phone number that may talk to us?
Thank you for being
Proper
here,
name?
Ruth Ann. You're amazing.
I would consider us a friend right now.
How do you spell her last name?
And she told me on the phone today, well, if you think this is against the law, then you should be getting law enforcement involved. I said, we've had attorneys involved in this for months. So she's well aware.
Right. So she said.
Well, and the attorney is going to be like, yes, I can see where this is breaking this law, so now we'll get him involved.
Full disclosure, she's received a lot of info because a lot of the private text messages have to do with her.
Okay.
So
Oh.
that's why I say I don't know if she'd consider me a friend. Right.
Oh,
Somebody that's willing to talk. What's the phone number?
because you're a bitch.
And she lives in what state?
She is exhausting.
I'm calling my husband on the phone right now just so he can understand.
So
My
what?
husband's done a lot of work.
So it sounds like there's a lot of emotional stuff and you're very upsetting stuff. I get it. So what area do you feel? Because right now, I hate to say it, but from my point of view, and I'm going to call my sergeant and probably get a detective.
Ruth Ann, 19-month-old twins is absolutely incredible. And it sounds like a lot of work. And you, ma'am, are amazing. I just had to say that because I have one child and that's a lot. And I remember him being 19 months old and it was a lot.
Detective involved, at least for the initial information.
Thank you.
Right now, I'm not seeing a crime, but this isn't my forte either.
Sure. That was my husband, by the way. I was trying to call. My husband doesn't
John
work just
fucked
in
you,
Melissa,
Butner.
he's in the state of Nevada. So he's licensed here in Nevada, Utah.
Because people say a lot of crummy things about other people online and stuff.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to threats and harassments, there has to be very specific threat/harassment. Harassment is a series of things for the most part. A threat is got to be very specific, and it really stinks for us as police officers, but it's even worse for the victim or the person that's being victimized. And the reason I say that is somebody could say, I'm going to come over, and make sure I take care of you. What does that mean?
Right.
Depends on what happened prior, right? We can document that kind of stuff, but does it mean they're going to come over and wash your car? Does it mean to come over and cook your food, tuck you into bed, or come over and, beat you up? It's not specific. It just says, I'm gonna come
Hold
over and take care
on,
of you.
wait.
So that's where it's frustrating for
This cop is making jokes. He's like, are they coming over to wash your car, tuck you into bed, Lauren? Are they going to undress you from that curtain and put you in something a little more sexy? Or are they going to serve your head in a platter? What do they mean? Yo, this guy has jokes. I like him.
for victims is they're like, but I know what they meant by this. And it's like, I understand you're feeling this way, but based on the verbiage, we can't go down the criminal route right now because they're not being specific enough.
Yeah.
And it really stinks because they look at us like, why aren't you doing anything? It's not. It's like, my hands are tied because the Nevada law doesn't
That's right.
go down that
I
road.
understand what you're saying.
Yep.
I hear you. And like I said, there's probably going to be a lot more coming out in the next few days. So I don't know if there could be like a case number to like, you know what I mean? Like, Like, I think you're right. We're working with some circumstantial evidence, but we're receiving new information every hour.
Mhm.
So it could be that we're finally working with some not circumstantial
Uh-huh.
evidence. Let me also talk to you about this. Let's, and this is me thinking as a whole about everybody involved.
They
We
should.
want them to call you right now. Could that escalate things?
It makes me wonder if they will go public right now, just because it's like, let's just get off our plate.
Yeah. And again, I am the victim, but there will be other victims.
There'll be other people that'll be victims.
You
the second
made
time-
them
second time, yeah.
victims.
Yes.
It's like when they go to court and they let a killer free or something like that, or
No, let's be very clear. You re-victimize other victims and you are embarrassed. Honestly, I don't even think she's embarrassed. I think this bitch is just total PR crisis control. She don't give a shit what she did. Listen, that's what she meant in those messages. Do I think that people can be emotional and put things in messages that they say out of like uttered what do they call it? Just said it out of anger. But that I don't believe that with her. This bitch is calculating. And she is panicked that the victims that she re-victimized over and over and over again, and the people, her colleagues like Gigi and everyone else, she's afraid again too that they're not going to want to work with her again, like Lauren Crime. Lauren Crime and Dateline, she brought up Keith Morrison. Ma'am, you ever want to work with him again? Well, that shit's done, in my opinion. I'm allowed to have it.
Or let them off with 2 years.
Correct.
Then they get victimized the second time.
Correct. This is my husband.
Both by the suspect and by the state.
Correct. Hey,
Yeah. You know, that's
Hey,
just like a.
we have a police officer here.
Sometimes there's that case like.
Oh, this
Neighbors.
is John.
Problems with neighbors.
John.
They don't want us to contact the neighbor.
John's on the phone.
That's that, you know.
Right, so he's understanding. I just want you to know, at first we were like, we just gave him, what we've explained right now is like, look, I am the victim, but we have a big concern about the actual victims and the cases we cover and then being re-victimized by my pieces, by my private messages that come out. So at first, I just want you to know, and he understands that, this is officer, what was your last name? I'm sorry.
Bovey.
Bovey.
Me, my.
We're working with circumstantial evidence right now, we know that. He understands, again, that we don't want to re-victimize any victims. So at first we're like, well, we know who you could figure out the source from and has all the information. He said, Gigi, you would consider me a friend right now, but
I'm afraid that they're going to find out that we are re-victimizing them. Did anyone else catch that? Because your girl did. They're going to find out that they're being re-victimized. What a see you next Tuesday. You should be ashamed of yourself.
she got the information, and so she was going to call her, and now I'm rethinking because I think that could put fuel on the fire. I'm just thinking about protecting everyone else. Do we want him to, I don't know if we should have him call Gigi right now or not. He wants to know because I don't want to hurt. Like, would that like make them release stuff now because they just want to get over. They're angry, right? Is this the Streisand effect where, you know?
What if I want, so can you hear me?
We can hear you or you're on.
Okay. The most important thing is we're about to have, all our hard work is about to be frightened or go down the drain in a minute, in an instant, right? Like, my goal is to get them to stop publishing private emails, text, voicemails, right? They hacked into our stuff. It's illegal by Nevada statute and federal law for them to share private information without our consent. We never get consent. So if calling her is going to prevent them or stop them from publishing, then it's probably.
But as soon as you put it on someone else's mobile devices, it is no longer your property, bitch. It's on their phone. Unless they hacked into your iCloud, which Lauren just giving out passwords right, left, and sideways because she's a fucking lazy ass bitch and has everyone else doing everything for her. It's on their phone. It became their property. And they can do whatever they want. Am I wrong?
It's probably worth it.
But if it's not, she's not going to be the one that publishes it. So it's like,
But it'll get back to the source though. And also, can he call like Stephanie?
well, let's say he calls. Let's say he calls and he says, "There's no law that's broken right now." As she asks, does that empower them?
Well, but they know. I'm sure the officer knows the Nevada statutes. Nevada's a two-party consent state. You can't just share private stuff without consent. You never get
Yeah, you
consent.
can.
Here's where
It's terrifying. It's terrifying to me that and it should be terrifying to like every citizen in Nevada that somebody can just take your private correspondence and put it on blast publicly.
So this is not my exact forte, right? I'm a patrol officer. I already said that I talked to my sergeant about this, and if we have to get a detective involved, we will.
This is a great point that my work wife is making. She couldn't separate business from friends. She got a little too friendly with everybody, including victims' families. Okay. And John's like, you can't do this, sir. You can't just take my correspondence and just post it all over the interwebs. You sure fucking can. Because as soon as you sent that to my mobile device, it became mine. All your thoughts in that group message, that became my property because I too am a part of that group and I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. So why don't you just act better? Why don't you just be a better person? How about that, John? How about that, John? Hey.
At the same time, though, there was no non-disclosure agreement. So if she gave passwords to employees to do business on her behalf, then it's kind of a gray area of how public is it compared to private,
I never gave,
or part of the business doings per se.
I never gave, sorry, I don't know what that sound is. I never gave permission for any iCloud access or any phone access, which is what I think they,
Or Gmail accounts.
yeah, or Gmail accounts, actually, you're right.
There's no consent here. There's no consent to share any private information, and this person never had access to any private information.
But what? Okay, so for right now, as far as we know, so here's my challenge.
Okay, yeah.
So there's somebody, you guys have an idea of who this person is, and we're finding out.
I live in Massachusetts, a two-party consent state. That is only for recording without somebody knowing. But if you were in Massachusetts and you texted me, that becomes my property because it is consensually two people. You are consenting to send it to my device. Here it's not illegal. I don't think it was shared because regardless, I believe Stephanie, was that her name? Christina lives in Utah. I think that was only wiretapping recording. I don't believe it's like, unless I hacked into your shit and took it, that's one thing. But if you were to send it to my phone, that becomes my property. As far as I know, prove me wrong. I'm willing. I love that you said that. I'm going to look it up as we're watching this. Thank you, April. Hold on. In Nevada, as it relates to sharing private texts, it's a two-party consent state. They weren't able to be shared from Nevada, so they can't be charged. So they can't charge her in Nevada. Okay. So they're saying because they live in Nevada, it goes by Nevada rules. I had to look it up because I was calling bullshit too. Interesting. Thank you. Thank you, baby.
Finding out through third parties that some information was already shared because you have screenshots, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So those third party people would have to be willing to talk to us to give up their source to say, yes, it came straight from this person.
Right, that's true. I mean,
And if they're investigative reporters, I don't know how many investigative reporters are going to want to give up their sources because that's going to tarnish their reputation. So if we had a way to figure that out without them, I mean, not saying we can't call them, but if there was a way to figure that out without them, then that'd be more beneficial for sure.
Is there anyone? So we have encrypted emails. We have encrypted emails from people that are obviously the source. I just don't know. Is there anyone at Metro that could figure out like where these are coming from? Because that's ultimately that's where we want to go.
That's why I says this isn't my forte, so I'm not sure if anybody would have to be a special.
First of all, they would need to go to cybercrimes person, okay? And what they really want are people's IP addresses to see where they're being sent into who. And that is a whole other legal argument within itself that I will spare you. But they're not going to do it for this. You know what I mean?
Detective that works with computer crimes.
And what about the harassment aspect too? I want to point out the harassment aspect because again, like we're getting these cryptic Proton emails saying you're about, we blind copied all these people, even though you blind copy people so that people don't know you blind copied them. And they're like, we blind copied everyone. We're doing this. We are outing you.
Yeah,
And there's like multiple emails like that also, I feel like lies in like harassment. Like, why are they doing that? Like, this is like a game to them. This is, you know what I mean? Like they're
like I said, there's a lot of ugly people that do stupid things and they're mean people.
Right.
That bully people and stuff like that. It doesn't mean it's a crime.
Like you.
right.
So I get what you're saying with the possibility of doing this. And even the blind copy, not knowing who those people are, if there are people, it's that's what we don't know right now.
One of them is another person that I work
Extortion is extortion a crime? Because I mean, they're
Extortion would be them asking for something. Did they ask for money or anything?
Isn't John part of the legal system? Isn't he like a court liaison for evaluating sex offenders? Like, doesn't he know the law? Wouldn't you think he knew the law? This is very reminiscent of the Adelsons, when the Adelsons were like, we were being extorted for $15 million and that's extortion. It wasn't true in the Adelson case, but they were not extorted. These people were taunting them, being like, ha, motherfucker, you did bad things and we're going to tell everybody. Yeah, thank you, on top. He is supposed to know the law. Listen to this buffoon. All right. Retired NYPD. I made more than a few callers for harassment if someone used an electronic device and sent an email text and it was a repeated act causing annoyance or alarm. Okay. Yeah, he's supposed to know the law. Oh, hey, Ben, 8 hours of I mean, everything is good, baby. Everything is good. Other than I had my last day at the job that I have been with for almost a decade, a little less, and I am moving on to a different department place, and I am excited and both very sad about that because I've made family with the people I've been with for a very long time, and one of them's in chat right now who I love like a sister. So I'm starting a new adventure on Monday. But other than that, your girl is good, baby. Your girl is good. All right, let's keep going, kids.
I haven't seen that. You just checked that email out today. What are they threatening? Well, they're threatening our livelihood.
Right.
That's a bit gray. I don't know about that. They're just saying to put out information. So I'll tell you what. I'll talk to my sergeant right now with what I have, and we'll see if I'll see. They'll probably end up getting in touch with our cyber detective and see how this might play out.
Okay. Yeah. I know, officer. Like, by the way, just as an aside, I worked not in the last few years, but I've worked closely with your. I have in the past your internet sex crimes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, have you?
A lot of evaluations on sex offenders that got put away. Obviously, that's a very different crime, but I just want to say that I've always appreciated Metro and worked closely with you guys.
Definitely.
Thank you for listening to us. Yeah, I think the problem here is right. I know technically.
Can I just say that I don't believe for a fucking second that he was involved with cyber crimes. I mean, he may have like seen pedos in online forums trying to solicit whatever they were soliciting, but this man does not know cyber crimes. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I put my fucking salary on that.
Since they haven't published this stuff,
in my opinion, allegedly.
It's kind of hard to say it's a crime, but on the other hand, according to Gigi, they're minutes away from publishing this stuff. So, we're trying to salvage our reputation. But,
not just our reputation, but
You're trying to be proactive. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. It is a little confusing. Technically, after the damage is done, yeah, you got federal crime.
Yeah, the damage is done. And John actually just outed their whole thing. We're trying to salvage our reputation. And Lauren, because she knows she's being recorded on body cam, is like, no, and the victims. Bitch, you're the one that was bad mouthing them in messages. You're trying to help your reputation. You didn't give a flying about any of the victims ever. You used them. You used them as leverage to climb a ladder that is now falling because you are a piece of shit. And John, you know better. And you know what? You don't work in the fields anymore and you're a stay-at-home dad, and thank God for that.
You got state crimes, right? But like, and maybe they're just playing a game. Maybe they're not going to publish. I mean, unfortunately, we have sources that have said that they've seen some of the emails.
That's right, April.
And they know they're coming. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. We can try like.
Yeah, you know, my concern is the whole text of like, these will be shown by your text messages. Like, it's very clear that they are releasing your text messages. And the fact that they were in your iCloud account, which is cited.
I've never given them a password to my iCloud.
Like,
And you've seen a direct copy of a particular text then?
I've seen somebody show me one in person. Yeah, I've seen things.
Or do you have it sent to you right now? One that you know for a fact is from your iCloud account?
Do we have one from Christina?
Lies. Christina, you hear that?
Did you get it?
Because here's what we usually do. We go by the screenshots showing the proof of, and I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a financial crime in a sense. We need all this documentation, the bank account records and all that other stuff, So having all this stuff, you can talk about it, you can say, I saw it, but without the proof, once again, there's not a lot to go off of, or nothing to go off of. So the proof is what we need.
I'm thinking if he called Gigi.
Scott, preach.
Law enforcement called Gigi and says, we're aware of the fact that you believe that you see texts that are private correspondence.
These ones aren't iCloud, these are private messages that have been sent around and were emailed to us.
If you go back,
I understand.
if you go and say, we have information.
Wait,
November 23rd, okay.
hold on, John. There's two people talking. Hold on. Okay, go ahead, John.
We have information that you see private texts that have been shared with you from Lauren's iCloud account, which by the way is a crime. That's illegal. It's a federal crime because we're going across state lines. Like, you can't share private information.
Well, I don't enforce federal crime either, so the FBI would probably have to get involved with this.
Right, I agree. There's actually two federal crimes here, but yes, I know the FBI might have to jump in. Like,
Because this may be more FBI.
Can you just believe what you just heard? The FBI might have to jump in. Sir, get off your fucking high horse. The FBI has like assassinations to figure out, which don't even get me start with that. They have bigger fish to fry than your wife's bad behavior, and you're a putz that believes it. And Grayson, don't even get me started on Grayson. She is a fan, okay? She hops from fucking creator to creator to creator to infiltrate them and be their assistant. Okay, there's something psychologically wrong with Grayson. I'm not gonna diagnose. I'm no doctor, lawyer, nothing. I just play one on YouTube. But there's a whole mess, and the FBI, the FBI might have to get involved. Shut the fuck up, you loser.
Yeah, then local.
That's what I'm thinking.
I agree.
We all agree with that. But my biggest concern though, John, is if Henderson police calls because this isn't their jurisdiction, they're not federal, and they say to Gigi, we don't know if there's a crime that's been committed if she asks. Then it goes further. And if he's still trying to figure that out, he can't say there's been a crime that's been committed.
Honey,
Have you submitted anything to the FBI at all yet?
We made a police report.
I'm really sorry.
Arizona in April when this first started.
Yeah.
And what they say?
They listened and took the record and said, would you want to press charges?
And we said yes, and we didn't hear back, and then things kind of died down, so we thought everything was done.
Have you contacted them recently? Because here's the thing: if this started when you guys were in Arizona, and you already gave a police report, doing a 2 times, 3 times.
I know I'm stopping a lot, but I kind of have to for fair use. But like April, this is the type of stuff that like is really you should like law enforcement should be involved in. And look what happened to you. And these motherfuckers are literally calling the police and saying the FBI should get involved because they ruined their own reputation. It is laughable. And I am sorry what happened to you. And shame on the judicial system for not helping you. You didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve any of it. Yeah, it is. I mean, honey, you're beautiful, and you are gonna persevere, and you're a survivor, regardless of whatever those motherfuckers did not do. Fuck that dude. When the real shit's going on the street. Yeah. Yeah. I've been in similar situations, actually in a Dedham court, and the Dedham court allowed him to walk out with pictures. They knew what happened to me. And that Dedham court that Karen Reed and Brian Walsh and everyone has been tried in, they let an abuser walk out scot-free, even though they knew. The justice system fails every day, and these motherfuckers are tying up police with this bullshit. I'm sorry that happened to you, baby. Amy, after Christmas, we'll do a special with Christ. Yes. Oh, Scott, you are up there. You are more than welcome anytime. You already know that, bestie. Thank you. I'm getting my piece went down. Yeah, I mean, but the piece is for you, and fuck that too, because you know what? He'll find his someday. Well, it is heartbreaking. Should we not be calling you that here? See, so like I had to wish my body. It was the worst case you took. Yeah. Oh God, you're breaking my heart. I'm so sorry. Oh, I won't call you that anymore then. We'll just call you Big Dick Energy. All right, let's keep going.
3 times police reports still make sense. And now it feels like that's what I'm kind of doing.
Right.
Oh.
The reason I told you was because we live here. We were in Arizona on a business trip.
Okay.
And so that was why I got them involved when we were there, because I was worried about her safety. She had somebody physically coming out threatening her at the courthouse.
Okay.
Yeah, bailiffs had to say, leave her alone.
I
Okay.
was
Okay.
concerned.
Did you call? Yeah, that's completely different. Did you call Arizona and try to find an update on? So what was reported down there? Was this reported down there, or just the situation at Arizona?
The beginning of this was reported in Arizona, and
But Grayson, it's a different crime. That was somebody basically stalking and threatening.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep that out of it then.
Yeah, this is an internet crime. That was somebody who was harassing Lauren and threatening to harm her physically.
Okay.
This is
Wait.
Let me talk to my sergeant. Probably talk to the.
Wait, I've never heard that someone was threatening to harm Lauren physically. Have you ever seen anything about that? I've never. What, the head on the platter? Do they not get that's like a thing, like serve your head up on a platter. What they meant was they're gonna fucking expose you, bitch. They didn't actually mean that they were gonna, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like they take that literally. It's like shooting the shit. But me and Big Dick Energy shoot the shit all the time. We're not actually shooting shit at each other. Are they fucking all right? Are these people all right? Maybe there needs to be a wellness check on the Matthiases.
Our cyber guy, and go from there. I'm not going to try to call Gigi.
I know, do you see my concern with it?
Yeah. No,
Not one
100%.
person.
While you were on the phone, we have that a lot with like neighbors across the street next or apartments or
Right,
whatever. We're like,
backfire.
hey, I just want it documented. I don't want you to go talk to him because I'm afraid it'll escalate. I want it
Correct.
documented. So a lot of people do that as well. So based on your concerns, I will not make a phone call to her.
Okay.
Not at all.
Right.
Let me talk to my
Me
sergeant
too.
and see kind of what direction we're at right now. Because right now, all I got is somebody saying they're going to do something and haven't yet. And your lawyer sent out a cease and desist to that person, right?
3 people.
That person may or may not have shared information to other news sources per se.
I'm
And the reason I
dead.
say may or may not have is because they would have to tell me it came from that particular person. And then we got a text message, copies of text messages from 2023, which
And I want to point
that are
out
being
that
sent out. So there was a
text
copy of a text message, screenshots of a text message that's
I
being
love
sent
you,
out.
baby.
And who'd you get that from?
You know, that's an interesting person because that's somebody that we hired to do contract work with,
Mhm.
and then they
You're my A1 day one.
work with us because so they were sent that. So it's also like That's someone that like stopped working for us because it was sent. So this is someone like trying to physically hurt our business.
So that might not be from your iCloud account. That could be from the other person then.
They were sent it by the person that we've been telling you about. They said that. They told her directly, Stephanie sent this to me. And she said, I don't know what.
But we don't know where Stephanie got it from.
I don't know. She's in that. That was between.
And that's the other thing too. We have to try to prove that Stephanie had access to the iCloud and got into it.
Right.
Or happen to know your contractor who took screenshots of it because it's on their phone too.
Okay, without like exposing myself too much, like in my real life, I literally do IT. I've been in information technology for close to 20 years, and I know cybersecurity very well. And when I heard all of this, they may be ignorant and think they're pulling one over on somebody. They're not pulling this one over on your girl. It's a slippery slope. There are a lot of rules. There are a lot of facts that need to be presented in order for anyone to even get a subpoena. And they have come up with nothing. Okay. Especially when you're known to give your passwords out and all of these things. One thing she's not pulling over the wool over my eyes with is the cyber crimes. And I've seen it on X when I'm losing my brain cells, reading some of these posts and looking for Laura Mathias and her fucking bullshit. It is not what they're saying. And the police officer is trying to be kind by being like, ma'am, we don't got much. Because they don't. Must be, yeah. There's zero. I mean, but again, this goes back to her. She couldn't get anything criminal because there's nothing criminal. And the cyber crimes, cyberbullying, all this stuff. Listen, people can talk shit. Okay, people can talk shit on the internet. People talk shit all the time. Okay, it does not make it harassment. Oh, it could be harassment. Okay, it could be. It depends on how far it goes. But cyber crimes where they're trying to like pull IP addresses and they're saying they're getting hacked and everything like that. First of all, giving someone a password and then them entering your logins, that's not hacking at all. Like I know hacking. That's not hacking. Okay? That's stupidity on the Mathias Grayson land. Okay, they need to research better before they try to come up here acting smart. Okay, just want to put that out there. I mean, with that big dick energy, who wouldn't? Oh, Smarta 02136 High Park Pride. Hey, baby, always a pleasure to see you. This is a few months before the 9-hour live in the civil RO case. She literally tried everything. And then because she couldn't get them on criminal anything, she tried to go with a civil injunction. And then Law and Crime found out because Angela Levy was there when she was causing the fucking ruckus at CrimeCon, right? Like, bitch, listen, if you're going to be bad, be good at it. All right. You got to be good at it. Smarta. She's not from High Park. That's for sure. Most local PDs don't have a tech to handle cyber crimes, let alone manpower to investigate cyber crimes. Yep, absolutely. That's why they were like, we got to get the FBI in here. Fuck out of my face. They would laugh at you. What it is with the Utah gone wild. Do you guys remember the Bad Girls Club? First of all, back in my 20s, I wanted to enter. I wanted to be one of the girls on the Bad Girls Club. I did so bad. But I was kind of a hot mess back then, and it would have been real ugly. You know what I'm saying? They should have Utah Women Gone Bad or Utah Bad Girls Club. I'm saying, bravo. Hey, Bravo Network, do all of my chat a favor and create this. I'd watch. Okay. I'd watch with my Doritos and Diet Coke. Just I consume it all. She's a Mormon from the suburbs. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And if you, okay, so one day I want to go over her Mormon story podcast that she did with John DeLynn, because the Delulu land that she lives in is like a Harry Potter book. It's fucking wild. Okay. She lived in a place called Bountiful, which from different, like I said, I'm really into religion. I find it fascinating. And so Bountiful is where a lot of the polygamists are. And it's like high society, really, really, really rich people there. And she lived there with her like 8 siblings and her fucking con artist dad. Joe, that not only is her father a con artist and spent federal prison time, but currently there is a RICO case with her brothers involved for the same fucking shit. Okay. They're all con men. All of them. Okay. All of them. We will get into it someday. We will. Jodi Arias, yeah, she was a convert. She was a convert into Mormonism because she was obsessed with the guy she killed in the shower. Like, you can't make this up. Salt Lake City is my second favorite city in the U.S. Boston's first. Oh, I've actually heard Salt Lake City is absolutely beautiful and it's diverse. They have a huge gay community there, which I think is like really cool because the Mormons are really, really, really against homosexuality. First of all, I love my gays. Like, listen, one of my best friends is a guy. He's gay, and we get to talk about guys together. Are you kidding me? And like my lesbian friends, we get to like talk. Like I love a woman. I'll check out women with them. I love lesbian bars. One of my favorite places to be. Have you seen her before she got her plastic face? Oh honey, yeah. I found her reel of when she was a reporter. She's actually disgraced. She like got like taken out of reporting for one reason or another. I'm investigating it. That's insane. Wow, yeah. Mm-hmm. Their gay community is close to the size of San Francisco. No shit. Yeah, that's amazing. Good. Diversity is everything. Diversity is everything. I love everybody. I don't care what color you are, who you want to have sex with. I don't give a shit. I love everybody for their heart and their soul. Okay. And I have a collection of people in my life that are very, very different. And each of them give me the most beautiful experience in life. Okay. And people like Laura Matthias aren't necessarily like that. Yeah, I do. Big dick energy. I'm just saying. All right. I have to go turn off the light that my son insists it be on. Hold.
And they took screenshots and sent it to her.
So I think the best case, we're all here. If you could talk to your cyber unit, is that what you feel is best right now, officer?
That's all I can do because right now it's very, very loose stuff, extremely loose stuff. I understand the concern and I know the concern is real, 100%. I'm not trying to downplay that.
Eyes could be blown up.
But just like I mentioned earlier, when somebody says, I'm going to come over and take care of you, what does that mean? So there is real fear, concerns, and other things in person's minds when certain things happen and they understand from their point of view what could or could not happen. The fact that it hasn't happened yet is good, but that would like pass that. But yeah, there's a lot of work that would have to go into if and when that took place, being the crime and then tracing it back to the actual person that did it.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just I'm not the one that's going to be able to figure it out.
Everybody good? John, are we good?
I have problems with my iPhone. Come on now.
Unfortunately, this is sort of like so.
And yeah, internet crimes and stuff too. The FBI, I think it'd be good to get in touch with them.
Yeah.
Probably we need here. I mean, it's one of those difficult situations where like I would do groups for convicted felons, and sometimes a sex offender would say, well, I'm thinking about offending again on so and so, or like they'd be vague, I'm thinking about offending, and we would know who it was, right? Like we would know what they wouldn't say to the person, but like we would have an idea based on their history of who they were talking about. And like, is that reportable, right? Like, I mean, obviously I don't want someone to get harmed, right? But like, they haven't committed a crime, but there's like a specific credible threat. I don't know. It's a hard area.
It is, and I mentioned this earlier before you were on the phone. It's difficult because sometimes until that line is crossed, it's just a little, I would say, idle threat. It's not a criminal. It's just doing something, and until it happens.
Ruth Ann, I'm so sorry about your sister. That breaks my heart. Oh, Mama. Having a sister and a best friend in the same person is so special. And fuck cancer. Cancer sucks. And it's non-discriminant to everybody. And I'm sorry you went through that. And I'm sorry that you lost your sister and your best friend. But just know, in my heart, I know that she's like still with you. I truly believe that when people pass, they stay with the people they love. I just had to say that. Fuck cancer.
Happens, there's not a lot you can do sometimes. Depends on what it is. So, just because people have certain thoughts of, I would like to go steal a car, I think that'd be fun. We're not going to go to somebody's house because they're planning on stealing a car.
Right. I guess, like, in this case, I know. I think there's a specific credible threat, but I don't know, like, technically, until they publish the stuff and cross the line, like, it's hard to know what to do. I mean, I guess we're
well, that's where the cease and assist from the lawyer is huge, because then they can contact the lawyer, know that the lawyer is real. Lawyer can utilize certain federal laws, certain state laws in that, saying, if you do this, this is a law you'll be breaking, blah, blah, blah.
Same.
Sometimes it's educating the other party and makes them be like, oh, man, that's not a good idea.
Unfortunately, one of the other parties, her husband, works for the FBI, so he apparently doesn't seem to think this is a big deal.
Oh,
Well, we
wait.
don't know if they talk and have the best marriage, so let's be honest. We don't know.
Whoa, did you hear that? Please tell me you heard that. He said, we know someone in the FBI and they don't seem to think it's a big deal. I'm fucking dead. And then Lauren's like, well, no, we don't know that. Yo, John said it. It's like, come on, Lauren. Get your fucking life together. Maybe this isn't the spot for you. Maybe get off YouTube. You know what I'm saying? There's no question. They're still with you after life and more. Yeah, absolutely. My dad died when I was 10 and I still talk to him. And I actually brought my 5-year-old son. My dad died on his birthday when I was 10. So he died on his 61st birthday. And I go to his stone for his birthday and death, I suppose. And I introduced my son to him and I told him all about it. If you ever want to talk to Papa, all you got to do is look up in the sky and he's listening. And I believe that. Truly, I believe that. John is full of shit. Fuck John. Yeah. John spills way too much of what he's trying. Yeah, exactly. All the leakage is like, John, maybe you should stop talking. Because an FBI person that's like, bro, just hang it up. Just like stop it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Lauren, a psychedelics is doing. Yo, I heard that okay, so I was listening to Every Day with Jay, I believe, and her stepmother is like some type of like she does like the like the chakra shit and everything like that, and she administers what's that drug that Matthew Perry died from? It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it right now. But she administers it as therapy. I was 10 when my dad died. Yeah, it's a tough age to lose a parent. It is. But growing up Catholic, it was always like, probably all religions. I can only speak from my Catholic upbringing, that they're always with you. You know what I mean? And I know maybe one day if I get married, my dad's going to be there. I believe that he was there. And when I had a hard delivery with Caden, that he helped me and Kaden get through that. I'm going to cry if I keep talking about that, but I truly believe that. Yeah, I lost mine. I love the signs and leave me. Yeah. Oh God, you guys are making me. This is why I love our chat and I love our community, because we're just like, I love you guys. We help each other and we believe the same things and helping each other get through hard times and talking shit. I mean, I love talking shit about like this, you know what I'm saying? But I can be I I can be serious sometimes. Yeah. She's like, who's a nun? Oh no, girl, I am no nun. No. Nope. No. My sister-in-law booked a cruise, penthouse, hoping to make it on their 11th cruise. She didn't make it, but I'm going with my sister, my first cruise and vacation together. That's Ruth Ann. Oh, Ruth Ann, my heart is like exploding. And you get to experience that with like your sister. You're a sister. That's like a beautiful thing. And you're someone who is sick and had to pass. It was her time. She allowed you to have that experience, and she's going to be with you there having fun, baby. Oh, I love it. I was telling my dad, yeah, at the 10 club. Yeah. It was tough watching him die. And it was almost like he was so sick that it was a relief to know that he wasn't in pain anymore and that he could be somewhere watching over me as the guy that taught me how to play hockey. Like I was in skates before I could walk. Like I started playing hockey. My dad played hockey his whole life and we were all on skates before we could walk. And I was able to teach my oldest nephew how to skate. And now he is a fucking killer on the ice as a goalie. Okay. Like it just is generational passed on and it's the most beautiful thing, right? Yeah, make the best of it and just remember that your sister-in-law remembers that she's there with you and she's experiencing all the fun you're going to have. Ketamine, that's it. So Laura Matthias's stepmother administers ketamine to people. When Grayson said crisis management in our agency, like she's part of some, yeah. Yo, their grandiosity of themselves, they're legends in their own mind. It's bizarre. Exactly. Hi, Patrick. That's what I'm saying. YouTube and it'll be worth your mental health. It's certainly watching all this stuff. It is not worth her mental health, baby. Nope. All right, let's keep going, kids. I could talk all night. I'm a talker.
I don't know what's been said, but like, I mean, I looked it up. The statute on these things it depends on how bad it is, but it's at least 5 years in prison. It's a felony. So I mean, it is serious, and it's obviously there's civil issues in terms of if they ruin our business, which they would take our business.
Yeah, I brought up civil earlier.
Oh, 9? Okay. So, and obviously it's going to be multiple counts. But if it's here like 10 items, it's potentially 10 counts. So I don't know. Like it's frustrating.
I get it.
Right? It's frustrating because obviously our best case scenario here is to stop this or stop anything from being published.
Yep.
Hey, so I think I feel good where I am, John. Are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, so you don't think you should call Gigi?
Well, I think we have the consent. He can't say right now that there was a crime committed, so she asks. He has to say, I don't know, and then that gives him power.
So can I mean, it could be. This could just be an intimidation campaign, right? Like to scare us. I mean, that's true. Like it could just be like.
That's what it is, John.
We're gonna ruin your reputation without publishing a thing because we're implying or we're that you're.
We're going over that next, baby.
You know, you're not supportive of people you should be. So I mean, it could just be.
Bye, Big Dick Energy.
Get a referral to the FBI? Is there someone at the FBI we can contact?
Yeah, you'd have to just contact the FBI office itself. I think you can do an online report, but I don't know how soon you'd be contacted by anybody because it goes into their big system. I would say the local FBI, I think, is downtown near the detention center or the courthouse or something. You could go straight down there and talk to a desk officer or something and say, hey, we want to talk to somebody about a situation we have.
Is that right by CCDC?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I've never had to go in there, but
Yeah, I'll go. You know, I had a meeting with them when I was concerned about.
Lauren's
what
like,
Friday
I'll
was going
go.
on.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, I know.
And I had an appointment with them, and I just was unable to go because I'm out of town, but I can figure it out.
I mean, what's their offices? They probably goes to what, 5?
Yeah, we can work it out, John. We're standing here with an officer. Can we call you later?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Okay.
Yeah, let me go talk to my sergeant.
Oh, Lauren's a talker in shock and horror. That's a fact. Okay, just call her Lauren McCabe.
And see what he thinks, because this is very unique. It's not something we go to, not even on a monthly basis, maybe once a year kind of thing. And then you got multiple officers with, beginning of the week, end of the week, days, swings, graves. So, I mean, for me, this is my first time in 5 years that, I've dealt with something like this. So, but that's why we have the people, available that have a little bit more experience. If he has to bring it up to the lieutenant, they'll talk to the lieutenant and then, kind of go from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do we need to give you any more of like the emails, the solicited emails or the?
I would say right now, the big challenge is because you're getting these from other news sources.
The email was sent, you were in that Facebook group where that threat came from. So you pulled that
Oh,
from.
no, that was that.
And the
threat
email
was-
was sent to us.
Can I just say we don't know that they didn't send these emails to themselves. Okay. There are psychotic bitches. Okay. I'm going to tell you a story. I was in my early 20s. I was dating this kid. Big mistake. Listen, if you saw my dating history, you'd understand why I prefer to stay single. I'm single. Right? I don't get the relationship thing. Like, I just have horrible taste in men. However, I digress. I had his kid's mother write an email with my first and last name kind of played on, like it wasn't like my real last name, but it could have been. And she wrote this crazy email to herself to show him that I wrote it. It was crazy. Okay. I went through it. We broke up. I was like, I'm not dealing with this shit. You can fucking go back to that. She looked like a fucking junkie. And this bitch was nuts. How do we know that they're not writing these emails to themselves? I have questions. Okay. The bitch looks like a moose with a donkey head. And she's writing emails saying I wanted to like adopt her son and shit. No, the fuck I didn't. I didn't want kids at the time. I wanted to have fun. And he wasn't even that fun, He wasn't even that good. It wasn't worth it. Like, peace, brother. And I see this is that type of crazy. I'm saying.
That threat was written by my ex-employee, and it
Okay.
has her name on
It's
it.
from her email source, that kind of stuff.
No, it's from her direct social media account.
Okay, social media.
Yeah.
And what did that one say?
That was the one, if you talk in private, we'll expose you in public, didn't that you as a
Amy in the
courtesy.
back
Okay.
seat,
That was 2 hours after she had a conversation, a private text conversation with somebody else about the falling out with these employees, explaining some anger. So
too.
that's why at first I said,
Me too.
I don't think these are related.
I got it. I just need
Yeah.
specifics for my sergeant. So that's
Okay.
one thing.
The
But those
email-
text messages that you have are from
those-
the copies of text messages.
Yeah, those were sent April from somebody else, from a friend of mine, who sent them, who got mad at her, and sent them from a group.
So she got them from somebody else, basically. Okay, so in a hearsay kind of, I don't want to say hearsay, but you got it through a third source.
My husband is back really quickly. He said a couple of action items. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I just wondered if we could get a report filed so we start having somewhat of a paper trail on this, if the FBI wants that. Number one, and number two, if we could get a consultation with the internet division, I think that would be helpful just to see what they say or get their feedback. I feel like
Wait
the
a
more
minute.
options we have, the better. So like if we could get those two things, that would be great. And really appreciate it.
Wait,
So a report.
can we get a meeting with the internet unit? Brother, do you know the law? It would be cyber crime unit. Are you even who you say you are? It'd be cyber crime unit. And which one? Because I'm gonna guess fucking the police department that you called don't have one. Okay. And you're not being fucking, there's no cybercrime here. You're a bitch and they're exposing you for being a bitch.
Report. We usually do a report for crimes. I got to talk to my sergeant about this. If it's, I mean, we document everything, but
Yeah.
if it doesn't come to the point, we don't necessarily do a report for it. You know.
You guys
Not
cracking
like
me
not
up.
a police report, just like an incident report.
Yeah. I definitely get you that. And as far as somebody contacting you, once again, that's going to be up to the information that I give them and what they got to say for reply. And if they, I'm not even sure because our cyber guy is tucked into computers all day long per se. That I mean, few people know who he is. You know, so
With real crimes.
Yeah, I get it. Right, they're like a different breed.
yeah, like our SVU detectives are the same way. They're in their little offices and their little holes, and we see them once in a great while. You know.
Yeah.
But I'll see if there's a way if somebody can make a phone call to explain things better than
How
what I can.
embarrassing.
I just want to like the more the more brains behind this, like just to see, like I just want to see if there's other options or if they could recommend something that we don't know.
Right. Yeah. They deal with this stuff all the time, so they would know where the lines are drawn, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so those two things I think would be really helpful.
Okay.
Get some paperwork that that we're concerned about it, and then just even a consultation with the internet people to say
With
to
the
tell us,
internet people.
what are some options, or
Yeah.
I mean they might say there's nothing here, go to the FBI. Or, I mean whatever.
Right.
Just,
And they probably work with the FBI as well, so they'd probably be able to get you in touch with the right person as well.
yeah, exactly. That'd be great.
So I'll see what I can do here in the next
Thank you.
10, 15 minutes or so.
Thank you,
Awesome. I
officer.
really appreciate it. Thank
All
you.
right. Yep. Right.
And I'm sorry, if there's anything to interrupt you there.
Okay, not for nothing. The cybercrime people are dealing with Lauren's family, who's like laundering money and has a RICO case against them for all types of fucking cyber crimes. That's what they're dealing with. They're not dealing with fucking high school bullshit because your wife's a fucking see you next Tuesday. Get a grip.
No,
I'm just trying to think of hard data. So the text messages that are from somebody kind of thing.
email to us, and then email to us after that person confronted you in the courthouse. And then the
Right.
Proton email came directly to our account.
So that wasn't forwarded, that was
Directly to our account.
From
from the Proton encrypted, the person that's hiding, person that sent it is
so
there.
directly, so you don't know who it's from. It's just
Correct, we don't know who
Okay.
it was from, but they sent it to us.
Okay.
And they said.
But that was the
"Hey,
same-
mine copied all of the.
that was the same thing saying they have dirt on you pretty much. In so many words, the same they have dirt on you and
Your texts are going to be released.
Did
They
they-
said only your
They
text.
said your text, your
Yep,
text
yep.
will be released.
they didn't
Oh,
say
well.
your text will be released if you don't do this. And they didn't say your text will be released at this point.
More like hidden true lies. All of it will come to light.
So they're just seem to
Hidden
be
true
upset
lies.
and are saying they could be released.
all of them
They
are
will be
BCC'd on this
released.
email, and your text messages will prove it.
Right.
So they're saying
Certain
we're-
people are BCC'd, yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't know who.
Enough for nothing. Like unless they're like threatening to like expose nudes, no one wants those. Okay. I've seen Lauren's feet at Crime Con. Okay. She's not a candidate for OnlyFans or OnlyFeet. I'll tell you that. Okay. And unless they're like, we have nudes from you allegedly banging the camera guy in the canyon, there's no cybercrime here.
Well, it's even the BCC.
Who are they BCC? That's stupid to say they BCC people.
That's
And
what I'm saying.
that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make
It
sense.
doesn't make any sense. I agree with you,
But when I
but
talked to Gigi today, she goes, "Well, the first email came from a Proton," and I was like, "You're fucking bullshitting me." Like, 'cause I
So let's
she doesn't
go-
wanna-
I want to go out and talk to the sergeant. So that email basically says, in so many words, you're full of lies, blah, 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 the truth come out, blah, blah, blah.
we're gonna release your text.
That's it.
We're gonna release your text publicly.
But they didn't say we're going to release it on Monday. We're going to release it if you do this. We're going to release it if you don't do this. Nothing like
Yeah.
that. They just said we're going to release it.
Correct.
Thank you. I'll be back.
Thank you, officer.
Oh, let your husband know I'm Henderson. I'm doing that Metro.
Ha, I'm on mute. At least I catch myself this time. The dog got into the ketamine. You have to be to deal with these bitches. Holy shit. So we are going to remove this and we're going to make me a little bit bigger. Hi, kids. So now I have another one. We're going to go over the Christina body cam, and this is very telling. Okay. This is I'm team Christina. Okay. And this is going to be very telling for us viewers, because Laurie made this our problem after that 9-hour live, that Amber Heard-esque live. Okay. John is no Johnny Depp. I'm telling you that. Okay. But Lauren teetering a line between Jodi Arias, in my opinion, and and Amber Heard. Maybe they moved to Spain. Who knows? Stop shaming. All right, we're gonna do the next one. Christina spills it all. Share. All righty. Let's put me back to where I should be. All right, kids, are you ready? Yeah. She's not a candidate for only toes. I'll tell you that. Those things look like pterodactyl claws.
Good morning. You emailed that I missed your call because I didn't even see it till I looked at that email.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. If I remember right, it was a Google Voice, so I know that can not work perfectly, so no problem. Just let you know. Yeah, just let you know I'm recording this conversation on my body camera, right?
Oh yeah, thank you.
All right, yeah, not a problem. So, well, let me go back to the original day of notes and whatever I got here. So,
You called me on the 20th.
yeah, it was
Was I on mute when I said that Lauren's feet look like pterodactyl claws? You guys go back to the crime count body cams. Those things look like fucking pterodactyl. She's not a candidate, okay, for only feet. Bad. Let me move this. Why can't I? Oh, here it goes. I'm new here, kids.
June 20th.
Yep. So, I'm guessing by now you have an idea why I called, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So what it came down to is
Yeah.
Actually, if you could, I feel like sometimes, the game of telephone happens. If you could just, I feel like, let's pretend I don't because it could have gone through. Who knows? With the game of telephone, things get rewired.
Hi, Bad Dazzer.
Like
Love
maybe I
you.
should just hear it from you.
yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you don't want to talk about what you've heard or whatever, or what you think it's about, that's just fine. So we had somebody report possible. I'm just kind of paraphrasing in a sense, not theft of text messages, emails, but basically copying and sharing and threatening to use them to injure or, harm reputation pretty much. Right. So.
Wait, hold on. There's been actual threats.
When I say the word threat, it's based on what they were saying. So threat by law, that depends on the state and what the definition of threat is.
I'm a little bit, okay, I clearly have no idea then what's going on. What's the definition of threat in Nevada?
Okay.
I literally have no idea.
Okay. So we don't need to go quite there because if you don't know what I'm talking about, then I'm not going to go into deep definition of this, that, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, no.
So somebody that you had worked for in the past, you were contracted to work with. Let me just get this straight. And I hate to say
Smoke them if they got them.
Calls. So I don't want to make sure that I have
it's legal here.
Proper here. So, Lauren Matthias.
Yeah, Matthias.
Matthias. Okay. So you were contracted to work for her, I believe. Is that correct?
Listen to this.
No, I mean we were friends, and she asked me to do a few design jobs for her, and I said I would give her a friend discount, but I would still charge her. So I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a contractor for her. I was a friend doing a favor, and I obviously still billed for my time at a discounted rate.
Okay. So you knew her, and you did business for her, compensated for it, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I just want to give credit where credit is due. This is from Every Day with Jay, and I have the links pinned at the top of my chat if you guys want to listen to them without my commentary and go explore her channel. She cracks me up, and she does really good content. She's hysterical. I listen to her a lot during the day in my earbuds while I'm working. So go give these videos a like and definitely check out her content.
there was discussion of and a particular email that went out about some text messages that could be damning to her in a sense from her point of view.
Are you talking about the one Lauren sent herself? She sent it herself.
I just know that there were some text messages out there. She was concerned of being put out in the public.
Yes, but the email you referred to is an email that Lauren sent herself as well as others under a fake email address that was supposedly encrypted, but it was her.
Okay, well, I don't know how you came up with that, but yes, it was by the email, Proton email, which is used for encryption purposes. Why she would email herself that, I have no idea. Considering it went out to several people and she was extremely concerned about the situation.
She would do that though.
I don't know if
she
you could
would do
enlighten me
that.
how you figured out she was the one that sent it.
Okay, hold on.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing I don't want.
I want to.
Thank you, Cali girl.
Here's where I'm nervous. Okay, like the level. I don't know what extent Lauren's gonna go with what she's doing, and I know that because a report was filed, you probably will report back to her on things that were said and things that were claimed. And I don't know if I want to play that. Like, I don't want to give away how I know that it was her who sent it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
She knows.
Hold on. They're number one. Like, I am really impressed with our due diligence here. Like, respectfully, like, I just literally even told my mom and dad it sounds dumb, like a few days ago, like how impressed I am. Because you guys have, like,
I border Rhode Island.
So hearing from you guys follow up on a report like this has made me very impressed.
Well, thank you.
I'm literally really impressed. Anyway, but my problem here, I forget my ADHD just went off the thing on thinking how impressed I am of you guys. But my point is Lauren, I'm personally, the level of harassment that is going on from Lauren to others, it is unmatched. Like, background check her, because there are some things, I suggest running background checks on her and her family. It's just, I'm just a little nervous to volunteer much more information just because of the nature of her. I don't know how else to say it.
Okay. Well, let me think how I could do this to ease your mind, I guess. So this is obviously across several states because there's several names that were brought up that live in different parts of the United States, right? So the concern, the concern that she brought was text messages that were supposedly.
Listen, real IT people, VPNs don't matter, just so you know. VPNs help, but the real people who can really find out everything. Facts.
Threatened to be put out there, and once again to possibly tarnish her reputation. So,
I've never screenshotted anything she has sent me. Like, I've never done any of that. I'm not worried about that at all. I can be very open with you. I've not threatened her. She's threatened me. And this is so interesting to me that, like, I just don't know her game plan. I don't know her end game here. And it's
Okay. Well, so where I was going with that is she has those concerns. She showed me an email that was, from Proton. So I did my due diligence as far as I could and within the law of, trying to see where we were at with what she had to say. Okay. So with that, once again, the concern of certain text messages and what it comes down to in Nevada is a phone conversation that is recorded. It has a two-person
your two-party consent.
Two-party consent, correct. So with the state Supreme Court also case law said that that includes text messages. So I mean, if you're
wait, do you have the citing of that? Because I tried to look that up after you called me, like between the time you called me and we're talking now.
Okay.
You the real MVP.
The, case law on that.
Let's see if I copied it down.
Certainly is.
Technically, isn't it like you are the person in the conversation?
So here's the thing. She obviously has communications with, have or had communications with you and others, and whatever was said in those communications is considered a private communication between those parties.
Oh, well.
All right.
Yes.
So if that private communication is screenshotted, like you brought up, not me, you brought up, is screenshotted and then shared, then you're basically violating Nevada law.
But what law? And how am I subject to Nevada law when I don't live in Nevada? Even if I were to do that, let's say.
But this isn't criminal, right?
If she's here in Nevada and it happens, she's sending the text messages while she's here in Nevada, then yeah, it's Nevada law.
But I'm not.
This is correct.
No, I get it. I hear what you're saying.
Maybe there is one day I have to screenshot. I mean, I don't have anything damning on her, like between me and her at all. But I don't talk the way she talks. Like I shut that down so quickly when I first became friends with her.
Okay.
I call it a sliding glass door.
Well, then obviously you have nothing to worry about then.
No, I know, but I'm trying to understand though. Like, but I might screenshot my conversations with her and put it in my Dropbox or something for in my files for security purposes, let's say.
Okay, but if you're not sharing them, you shouldn't have to worry about it.
Fair enough.
But I need to know if I want to. What if I want to share them? At this point, I kind of want to.
I'm telling you, it's against Nevada law.
I know, but what's the case?
And then you said
She's
you
in
said you don't
Colorado.
screenshot them, but then all of a sudden you're saying you do.
No, but I kind of want to now. If she's kind of harassing me, so I feel like I kind of want to. But what's the law?
Well, if you need to, then file a report down there if you're getting harassed.
I know, but what's the Nevada law?
Can I just say, I fucking love her. She's like, I want to do this. I want to do this. Fuck her. And good for you, Christina. I am team Christina. I am team fucking Christina because a woman with 330,000 people on her platform who she absolutely slandered and tried to just degrade and make shit up about her, I would be fucking. Tell me I wouldn't. I would. Don't send me shit. You don't do that to yourself. I have a group of maybe 5 friends that I trust. That's it. I don't put nothing in writing. That's something too, Laura Matthias. Stop putting shit in writing that you don't want other people to see. Stop being a piece of shit. How about that? How about you stop talking about victims, families? How about you stop doing what you're doing that you're causing? How about that part? You're not a victim. You're a victimizer.
Let me see if I was just doing some searching because here's the thing. I'm a patrol officer. I'm not going to toot my horn and say I'm a best detective or anything, right? So I had to do my due diligence and do some searching as well. So I didn't copy everything because we don't, there's so many laws that we just don't know them all, especially like traffic laws. So sometimes we need to do a little bit of extra searching and things like that. So let me see if I did.
I feel like to have a police officer telling me that, like, because to have a police officer telling me it's against the law to do that, I actually have several examples of her sending so many screenshots to me from other people. So
well, then that other person would be the victim.
So I could also inform that person that she would be the victim of this.
You could, yeah.
But my question is, like, I mean, obviously you don't know the case law off the top of your head. I have an officer calling me, spouting something is the law, and I want to know what, like, so I can wait a second for sure. Like, I know, like, I'm giving you grace here. Like, I get it. You don't have all the, like, I can't even remember my kids' names in a row at some time. Like, I can't even imagine remembering all the laws. So I can wait a second for sure, but I definitely am curious.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. See if I because I did put a lot of stuff. So I did not take a full report, right? Because everything I had. So are you telling me? So just let me ask you this flat out question then, since we're talking. So you have not screenshotted text messages and shared them with other parties?
Mm-hmm.
I want to answer you honestly here, so I have to think.
Never mind.
No, I want to answer completely honestly.
Okay.
If I've done that with Lauren, like, I genuinely have nothing. I can't think of any moment I have right now off the top of my head. No, but okay. I'm like 99% confident of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I would hate to be like, I'm 1,000% confident, and then be like, oh,
well, I get you.
Months and months ago, this, like, nothing burger.
You are right. I get it. Yeah. What happened 5 years ago? 8 months ago, whatever.
Unfortunately, I was not friends with her 5 years ago. I bless the hearts of the girls who are, and I say that respectfully, not in the southern way. I live in the south, and they don't say that.
I love that she's like, bless their heart who's friends with her, because you know what, at the end of the day they're going to be her victims eventually, and they're going to find out as soon as they do something that she doesn't like. Lauren doesn't like pretty women. Lauren doesn't like women who critically think for themselves. She wants a Grayson who she feels is uglier than her, that will do everything that she wants her to do and be at her beck and call and be her assistant. Have you seen Grayson? The black under her eyes tells me that Lauren works her to the fucking bone because she's a lazy bitch. My opinion. Okay. I'm going to be 41 in like a month. I haven't had Botox. I don't got those black lines. I don't got nothing. Because I stay free and clear of people like Laura Mathias. And as soon as I find out who the Laura Mathiases are in the world, I get the fuck out of there. There's been many. See ya. Grayson, take notes.
I don't mean it in that southern way. I mean it legit. I've cried tears for that with what they've gone through. Yeah, no. So yeah, I'd say 99% sure.
Okay.
But okay, I'm waiting for you to keep looking. Sorry.
Yeah, I couldn't find it in.
I love that.
Because for me, like, as a person getting a call from an officer in another state claiming something is against the law in that state, I want to know the law. If I have an officer calling me,
yep.
But are you harassing me as the officer? I don't think you are. I'm just saying, like, I am I am on guard here, so I need to know what this law is.
She's so smart. She's educated. She's like, I want to know anything
let's
wrong.
see if I can find it here.
Yeah. He's a fucking loser kid. Great point.
That's one thing that I didn't, looking through my notes, I didn't copy that exact one.
There's a lull. He has nothing to say.
And of all the things that I researched that day, that's one of them that I did not copy. So it's going to take me.
If you want to email me too, like you have my email address now as well.
Yeah, I could. When I find it, I'll find it. When I find it, I'll.
She's
I
no
do have
fool.
a couple of questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah. I know you had several questions in the email, so go ahead and shoot.
Yeah. What is what's the? Did you say extortion or like what is the? Isn't that the extortion? Someone trying to threaten for monetary gain or personal gain to some degree.
Yeah. She knows her law.
Yeah. Why are you asking that?
Like was there a threat in that email?
Why do you? I got a question. Why are you bringing up extortion though?
Because you brought that up.
I did.
What's the gain?
When did I bring up extortion?
I don't know. Maybe I don't. At the beginning, like you said, there's some sort of threat. Maybe was the word. I mean, I can't remember the exact word here, but that's the vibe I got. Like, what threat is the or harm? Was it harm reputation? I'm trying to go back in my mind. Some sort, whatever the end game is. What's the claim here? Like, what is?
I already shared it with you.
Oh gosh.
Why is he being a dick?
Body cam footage because I don't remember. I should have written that down. Okay. So in my email, these things are down. Clarification on the nature of the complaint made against me, including what, if any, statute or violation is being alleged, and then.
Okay, so there's no complaint straight up against you. Your name was included in a list of other possibilities of a person that may have shared text messages that are personal to the matter that could harm a reputation. So when that happens,
be a better person.
It could be criminal. It could be. State of Nevada says you cannot share private text messages and private phone conversations. Bruce. And then on top of that, if there is damages and then there's obviously harm intended, then you're talking about having a civil lawsuit coming against you for defamation and other.
Okay, then so I'm not the subject of an official investigation or report. That's what you're saying. So
not at this time, no. So based on the information I initially had. So when we get a call for service, right? I'm guessing you don't do any of the stuff that she does, right?
I mean, I'm privately contracted and I do some work for. But I don't.
You do investigations though, or like criminal type investigations. I'm freelance for them. Okay, so but you're not doing like criminal investigations in depth ones like a detective though, right? Or are you?
Oh, gosh, no.
Okay.
No, gosh, in my dreams maybe, but no.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is because
that
kind of helps me
answer.
Understand the level of knowledge you have within this arena, in a sense. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, I mean, like I understand the true crime, like the true crime. That's why I'm asking for like these in-depth questions.
Right, and that's what I. The questions were kind of odd for me, so I was like, why would she need this, whatever? So what ends up happening is we get a call for service, right? The call for service is for this, that, whatever. It could be petty larceny, could be, civil matter, could be a number of things, right? So based on the call for service, the initial call for service.
Okay, I'm going to put my 2 cents in here. I truly believe that they showed up to the call because John said use the word extortion, because extortion is a criminal crime. They baited these police officers to the house using the word extortion, which was disingenuous to the matter at hand, to get them there to pry and intimidate these people such as Gigi and Christina and Stephanie and all of they baited them there with a criminal act when the criminal act never existed. And what probably happened, this is speculation, but they probably wrote back and was like, you're extorting me, you're blackmailing me. And that's how Christina came up with that word. Because I guarantee you that there was an email back to this Proton that they probably wrote. It was like, you wrote this and you're trying to extort us. And that's how they got the police involved. Because if someone was ever like, they're calling me names on the internet, they'd be like, then get up the fucking internet. Right? Right. Yeah. But it's not. NRS 263 is stretched for a 2-party consent for private text. Interesting. Yeah. This poor guy. Can you imagine the conversation he had with his wife when he went home? Like, do you know what I did today? Do you know what my call was today? I had to be a referee for YouTubers. How embarrassing. How fucking embarrassing is that? Yeah, exactly. It's all intimidation tactic. And it didn't work because Christina's like, fuck you. And the fucking cruiser you rode in on.
Service, the initial notes for the dispatcher, we go to the scene and we talk to the individual, right? Based on the initial meeting with that individual, who we'll call a person that reports, it might turn into, yes, they are a victim, or maybe they're not a victim. So sometimes they say certain things and they don't understand the law. So we need to educate them what the law says. So if it is something that they talk to us about and there is proper proof that a law had been, broken, then we'll take a criminal report. And the criminal report, so then they become a victim at that time. Otherwise, it's an allegation possibly, or something that's just unfounded, or something we just take the information and hang on to until something else comes to light out of it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So every call for service we go to, whether it's an accident or whatever, because even an accident, we might not give a criminal citation to, when I say criminal, a traffic citation. So every call for service that we have as a police officer, we go, we talk, we make sense of what the situation is, and then we take notes and go from there the proper direction that we need to go. All right. So not every call for service ends up being a report, and not every report becomes a true investigation. Sometimes a report is just documenting stuff, and it's a non-criminal report at that time. Based on what she was telling me, there was absolutely nothing I had at that time to say that a crime had been committed, or for that matter, who truly committed a crime, because of the information that I had. Does that make sense?
Yes, I'm fine.
So we will still make a few phone calls on that person's behalf. Let's say it's a neighbor, right? Apartments complex or next door neighbor, and they're having problems with the person down the street or up above them. Hey, we can document this stuff. I can call this person. I can stop by their house. I can talk to them. Do you want me to do that? Yes or no? No, it's just going to raise flags. I don't want to create any hassle. I don't want to do this. So therefore, no, don't contact them. I just want to document it. Okay, we won't contact them. Oh, yes, please contact them. I want them to know that this is a serious matter, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. So in this case, I contacted you based on her request to have a conversation with you and to basically say, hey, here's what it is in Nevada to break the law, and please don't go down those roads if you haven't, blah, blah, blah. So, it's not necessarily an investigation. We're having a conversation and listening to what you got to say. She didn't even think you'd even possibly talk to me, and a couple of the other people that I called, same thing. So, and sometimes when this stuff is out there and I have a conversation with somebody, maybe people have thoughts of doing something, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, maybe it's not a good idea.
But like, what is she doing? Like, that's my thing. It's not about these women that they're having contacted. It's Lauren's bad behavior that she doesn't want to get out. It's reputation damage control. That's all this is. I don't give a shit about two party, this, that, the other thing. Lauren knew what the fuck she was doing. Okay. And she did it, and she thought that she was backs and that no one would turn on her. But her bad behavior caused this. And she should know that. I really want to get into the when this cop goes back to Grayson's house with the change of clothes and Lauren, all this. Can we I'm gonna stop this video just because we've been going on for like 2 hours, but I want to go over how he goes back and talks about who he talked to. Who he talked to in to them. So we've gotten enough of what happened with Christina. She knows her shit, and she ain't stupid. And let me pull up the next one. Christina spells. Hold on. This is part 1. Part 2. Oh Jesus. Okay. Is this it? Okay, so this is when they go back to Grayson's apartment that I am convinced John and Lauren pay for it, because not for nothing, Lauren has a studio at Grayson's apartment. It just the plot keeps getting thicker. Let's see what we got going on in the comments. Ruth Ann, sir, you're calling to intimidate these ladies, and now we know that that's to be true. We saw the body camera. Lauren asked you to do exactly what you're doing. Yeah, because she has self-importance and she's being extorted like the fucking liar she is, right? All right, let's move on. So after these calls, we're not going to get into Gigi tonight because I don't have time. Kung Fu Panda is almost at the end of his rope. So we're going to go through this and we'll have to wrap up. But thank you guys for being with me today. And I love all of you. If you guys don't like the video, if you're not subscribed, make comments, do all the things, engagement, get these videos out. I love doing this with you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. And if you're over on X, come over to YouTube and come into our chat. We have a really good time. All right, kids. So this is when Officer shows up at Grayson's house. Hold on. I had to tell my son to turn down his music. Okay, where am I? Kids, we're not professionals here. Okay, here it is. Here it is, kids.
Officer's back. Hello. Okay, my husband actually happens to be on the phone right now, so this is.
Yeah. So I just gotta ask a few more questions. Because
what happened?
I know there's the threat of the possibility, but the possibility doesn't take place. There's not a lot you can do until they do that. Okay. So yes, there are crimes that would be committed if they cross that line.
Okay.
But the threat of saying we're gonna, release information, that's not necessarily a crime. It's not a crime until they do it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
there is some information that has been released.
Oh, and John's back.
Like we haven't seen it, but it's being.
No, we've seen the text. We have mailed text from people.
Okay.
But they're not threatening text or anything like that.
No, we just have her private messages that have been sent out.
Okay. So who did they get sent out to?
They got sent out to Gigi. They got sent out to Christina. They got sent out to Kay, you know that. They got sent out to.
So any one of those that you sent text messages to could have copied them and sent them.
It's,
And that's where we're at. You have
Those messages weren't sent to those people. We're saying the people that took her messages sent those to those people.
I need to know the original messages that you're saying were stolen. Who do they go to?
they go to who sent them.
You sent them, right? It was
No.
between you and
Oh,
somebody else.
That's what you're saying. I sent them between Stephanie and Colette,
Stephanie and Colette. And who are Stephanie and Colette?
my old employees.
Okay, so they're text messages to them.
Correct.
So not just yours.
My text messages to them, they have.
It's a combined text message. It's a conversation.
Wait, this isn't the video we just watched, right?
They're not just yours. It's yours and theirs.
But yeah, they're
It's a conversation. Right.
private.
I agree.
Okay. So what was copied then from that? Can you show me again what you have?
And then you can show them that thing that Colette came.
Because here's the thing: if I can't, you send an email out, right? And if it goes to 4 different people, that means those 4 people could have made a copy of it.
Can we just talk about the audacity that Lauren just cozied up on the Chase Lounge with a fucking fluffy blanket with her fucking computer that she's probably playing fucking nothing on, just trying to be important, not even looking this face and just giving boodles of fucking lies. Look at them. Look at them. They look like college sorority sisters that had a bad night.
And shared it with somebody who shared it with somebody who shared it with somebody. And then did you share it with a news organization? Did you share it with another company? Because if you shared it with a news organization, let's say, or government entity, those people are open to FOIA requests. So next thing you know, anybody can get access to that stuff.
Boom.
Right. Sorry,
So when we send emails and text messages, they're never private. They really aren't.
Right.
They're expected to be held private, hopefully. But especially when it goes to
Trusting.
government entities and stuff like that, if anybody sends me an email to my military, well, it used to be military, to my City of Henderson email,
your city.
somebody can do a FOIA request asking for all my emails.
Correct.
Yes.
I didn't send these to any media.
Okay.
Just like
so who did
these
you send
body
it to then?
cams, bitch.
Stephanie and Colette.
To 2 people only.
Yes. Yeah, they're on my private cell phone to their private cell phone.
Okay.
But that's just it. Once you send something to somebody else, it becomes their property on their own devices. Think about what you're saying when you text somebody. It is no longer private, Lauren Matthias. And look what happened. Everybody FOIA'd your body cam, and now you look like an absolute dickhead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's no official email. There's no
So
official
that's
phone.
so those are emails and text messages?
Text messages.
Just text messages only.
Yes.
Okay. The email part of it, although they're saying they're going to release information, did it say they're going to release emails or release the text? So nothing about emails whatsoever then.
No,
Yep.
they're sending emails.
Okay, I'm just double checking.
Yeah, so they're sending.
Making sure I get this right.
They're sending emails threatening to release my private text.
The private texts. Okay. And so you think the private texts that they're threatening to send are the ones that you had with these 2 ex-employees?
Correct.
Are
Okay, and what's their
damaging
names?
to her
Stephanie
that she wrote.
or
Is
Stephanie.
that-
She also goes by Stephanie.
Stephanie PH? And she lives in Nevada, I'm guessing, or no?
No, she lives in.
I'm speeding this up. Kids.
Okay.
Tell me if it's too.
What's her
too
phone number?
much. What's up with the blocking of them? I don't get that.
Okay. And who did you say the other person was?
The other person is Colette, and she also goes by.
Or for hatred purposes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So, but nothing's been released. So it's not nothing.
This entirely, but yeah.
It's not released to the media per se or put out there.
We have a recording with Gigi this morning. She called Gigi, and Gigi said it has been released to the media and to brace ourselves.
Okay, so once again, it has to be several things. Hatred is one of them. Being ridicule, false. Are these? If it's just text messages, then it's not false, right?
The fuck it. What do you mean it's false? She wrote nasty emails about living victims and meant that shit when she wrote it. It is not false. She's scared shitless about her reputation. She will never collaborate with another creator or a network again. In my opinion. Mark my words, allegedly.
So that's where I'm going with this. So defamation has to fall, a certain standard of the reason for defamation. So
publicly that I talk shit about victims, which simply is.
I can talk publicly about anybody about that kind of stuff. So that's not a crime. So that's why I'm trying to fine tune this to find the crime in what's
Exactly,
happening.
Ruth Ann.
70th birthday is
Girl, preach. All this, like, come on.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
yeah. Sorry, I don't know. Yeah.
Approximate age. Okay. Show me the text message that you received. That you're fully aware is out there.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing too with
And we showed that threat by Colette.
so there's different things with different crimes as well. So the interception of text messages is a crime, but this isn't intercepting a text message. This is a text message that was sent to them that they screenshotted that they're planning on sharing with somebody,
Right.
or they have shared with somebody. You're saying.
As of right now, that's what we know.
And then-
that's what we know, and then it could be more from
Okay.
about.
Well, that's one. Hear me out here. I can't go on speculation. Okay. So saying the Gmail you mentioned, because the reason I brought up emails again is because you brought up Gmail and the iCloud. So now we're talking about text messages
So
only.
iCloud is text messages. Okay, I'm hearing you out.
Speculation does not do any good for me right now.
Correct.
I need the facts. So there's nothing to do with emails right now.
Okay. There's nothing to do with emails right now.
Okay.
We need facts, bitch. We need facts. And why don't you add the fact that you're a piece of shit talking about victims' families and everybody, all your colleagues that you disparage and make other people try to have you plant seeds so that they're unliked and no one collaborates with them. Why don't you add those facts in, Matthias? But you won't.
Okay. So there's no email crimes.
Facebook
So-
Messenger.
So there's a text messages that are out there that were copied that you sent them. They copied them and they shared them with other people.
Yes.
So
And was this a business interaction? They were employed with you at the time.
Yeah, all of those that you were paying.
What?
Yeah. So yes, and when it comes to iCloud, let me clarify. An iCloud gets you into seeing text messages that are private. So
But you sent this to them.
an iCloud, if they log into an iCloud, they can see other texts that I sent other people. that
Yeah,
have nothing to do
but we don't know if they have that or not. We're
Correct,
speculating.
but I wanted to clarify what I meant by
Okay,
iCloud. Not-
okay.
I never meant email with iCloud.
Okay.
I always meant.
Okay. So you're speculating that they might have gotten your iCloud accounts to share iCloud information.
When yes, but when
Okay.
she posted this threat, it seemed as if she had just seen. She was implying that she had just seen a text.
I get it.
threat.
Yo, that's
Okay, I'm
hilarious.
This is just one. This was the girl Christina who sent this was sending this to prove a point to Lauren that your text message.
Don't.
I didn't hear what she said.
This came from who?
Colette, whose number you got?
This one's Colette. This one came from your ex-employee.
Yes, this is a
To you.
with Colette and Stephanie.
No, public. That was released publicly on Facebook. Got me.
Okay, now I'm getting two different stories. This is very frustrating. Let me. I know you both are passionate about this. All right. It's not helping me. This kind of two different directions of stuff. All right.
So what did
Okay, I'm loving the fact that he's fucking like, I'm done with this. You guys are fucking nuts. There's no facts here. You're just paranoid, bad, mean girls. Are you getting that vibe too? Because your girl's getting that vibe.
So what did I miss?
Let me explain this. This message is a screenshot of a group message between Colette and Stephanie and Lauren while Lauren was paying them.
Okay.
to work for her.
Well, it's a message you sent to employees
Yes.
when they're employed.
Yes.
They screenshot them, and they do.
This
Someone that was doing contract work for me.
Yes.
And didn't
Okay.
and stopped after we paid her because of
worked together at the same time. Christina started after
But
Stephanie.
here's the thing. They were working for you at the time. I could talk to them to go in information.
Listen, oh, and can I just put out there, Christina was paid by her to take like professional candid pictures of her with her high water fucking flare leg pants with her horrific sandals and unpainted toenails. That's what she did. Lauren, paint your toenails, bitch.
Stephanie, Colette, and Christina. So Christina started with Lauren after Stephanie and Colette were done. That's what I'm explaining. They never worked together. They do not know each other aside from now these private messages being shared to disparage her. Christina does
But we
not.
don't know when this was shared.
We know that it was shared that week because Christina told us. I just got them.
And Christina's the contracted person.
She was at that point, yeah, when she got these.
And then
It happened. That.
So when did she get those in?
She sent this friend on April 25, so almost 2 months ago. And that morning, I had a conversation with her where she went out.
Okay. And 2 ex-employees.
Yes.
Okay. And when
In July and September, I believe.
last year?
Yes.
Or time, roughly July.
Lauren, what was the date that Christina or that Stephanie quit? Can I see your phone? Just let me quickly find it.
Let me know if
That
this
was
is
on-
too fast.
Wednesday, July 10th was Stephanie's last day.
Okay.
I want to apologize to Christina for this. I understand.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I think I was missing.
These are very, there's a lot of emotions with this kind of stuff. And once again, so it sounds like there was some speculation there in some, I can't have speculation and possibilities in this kind of stuff, right? I need straight facts.
Right.
Because that's going to determine what I'm doing with this information.
Correct.
The last time
So,
I spoke to Colette.
so you have all of that on one email then? All those text messages in one email?
Yes,
Can you send that to my email?
yes.
The last time I paid Colette will be important. I paid her.
Well, it was last year. If these were shared a month ago, 2 months ago, whatever, they were let go 6 months plus. So that doesn't matter. We know they're ex-employees far enough away.
Do you want me to forward Christina's email? Is that what you want, or just the screenshots?
The email if I can, because Christina was the contractor, right?
What's your email?
Okay. She never had access to your iCloud then, is that what you're saying?
I never gave her access to my iCloud.
Have you since changed the password then, I'm guessing?
Yes, we blocked down. We actually got her a brand new iCloud account.
And who was that sent it to you?
So this text thread that Stephanie sent her on May 5th, she sent screenshots of Lauren's own text. These were messages that you had originally sent on May 12th, 2019.
So she, after a cease and desist, don't contact me, contacts me 2 months ago with screenshots of mine that I sent her back in 2023.
That you sent her?
Mhm.
Well, here's the thing. If you sent the text to her, of course she has access to it.
Correct. It's straight that she's screenshotting.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that she's breaking the law, so I'm just trying to give you facts to sort out your.
That doesn't matter. If you sent, that's what I was trying to say earlier. If you sent it to somebody and they screenshot it,
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, so she sent it to you.
I'm not saying she broke the law.
It's
I'm
now
trying to
her
give you context.
property.
so she's trying to say she still has information,
Yeah, you're-
which she does because you texted her and she worked for you for a while. So you're concerned that the text
Don't
messages,
worry about it. It's okay.
no, you're concerned that the text messages that she has from the past while she was working for you, they'd be used against you?
That's sure, but the fact that I was trying to say to you, I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not telling you, I'm telling you something.
You're
She is collecting actively, currently, screenshots of my private messages that I shared with her. That's true.
Okay, so then now
After I
you're,
told her to stop.
okay. So she just leaked. She's like, she worked for me and I sent her things. And now she's saying she's going to tell people what I said. Not illegal. Unless she hacked into your iCloud account and stole them, one thing. But bitch, you sent them to her device. That is no longer only your property. No longer only your property. And you are wasting this man's time and he is annoyed. Get a grip on your life. You are a paranoid piece of shit because you act like a piece of shit and everybody around you. The only friend she has is Grayson. The only friend she has is Grayson. Tell me I'm wrong.
Stop.
not your private ones, because when I say your private ones, it's ones you shared with her. I'll just say this. So I don't think they're private to you only. That's messages you sent to her,
Years ago.
between you and her, she started saving.
And recently sent them after a cease and desist was sent to her.
Okay.
So a cease and desist was sent, stop it. June 4th, she's saving my voice memos and she's still sending me screenshots that she's actively, my point is, what we have to know,
I
she's
love you,
actively still
Jay.
saving our private conversations. Private conversations are legal, but she's still actively saving them despite the cease and desist. We also have on record her talking currently to Gigi despite a cease and desist.
Okay. The message for saving old text messages is suspect. I get it. Depends what she were to do with it is one thing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give you information.
No, I get it.
I'm
But
just
it's,
saying that's against the law.
I'm just saying when you were private, I'm thinking using yours only. That only you should be able to see. It's private. It's a text message you sent to her. So it's a shared text message thread that she's saving. Does that make sense? Okay. So the cease and desist, I don't know what the cease and desist said. if that one says no contact with you or whatever, or no whatever, something that you can give to your
And you
lawyer,
know
then you
me.
can go, what you need. All this stuff hopefully falls
Tell
out
it.
then more than a criminal area. So, when was the cease and desist sent out?
April 9th.
Of this year.
Okay, and then you said she contacted Gigi after the fact?
Yes.
Poor
And you know this how?
Gigi.
We know this from Gigi, and there is a victim named Jerry Vallow. He is a, let me clarify, he is a, because I know everything very importantly, his brother was murdered, so he's a survivor.
Oh.
Like, he's not the victim of the crime, he's the one giving the victim impact statement.
Mhm.
He's a big part of this trial, a witness, the impact statement, and he let us know today that Stephanie is talking to Colette, or to Gigi.
He called me this morning.
Okay, it still goes to Gigi though, so
Yeah. He told me
this is still third party. I
So now you're throwing living victims under the bus in your manic episode paranoia to make sure your reputation stays intact. Ma'am, go seek help. You need to be in a locked unit. In my opinion, you need to be in a locked unit and they need to find the medication that works for your mental illness. There may not even be a pill for what you got, Cluster B. I'm not a doctor. I just play one on YouTube.
get your
That's
getting
fine.
information. I would have to talk to Gigi. She would be the one that would have to give it up.
Okay, that's great, if that's what you need to do.
So once again, when was she contacted then?
Gigi, or
Yeah, Gigi.
that's something she'd have to go up to you.
But she said that she was contacted after that, or through this other party. This other party says Gigi was contacted after
Gigi
that.
told me the first email she got regarding Lauren's private communications was during the trial last week, which came from a Proton email, which is the same email we got on June 9th. So that was the first communication that Gigi had. And then Gigi has since been talking to Stephanie because Jerry Vallow told me this morning, did a woman named Stephanie used to work for Lauren? And I said, yes. And he said, Gigi told me last night to call Stephanie and Stephanie will tell me everything.
Okay, so Gigi received an email last week, 2
Yes,
weeks ago.
and said she's received multiple more with files of Lauren's communications.
And Gigi has said to you guys that she received these files.
Yes,
She told me that she received those files.
today, she said that.
I don't
Okay.
believe that.
She did not say they came from Stephanie specifically, but she said, I have received all of these files. However, again, hearsay, third party, she is telling other people to contact Stephanie because Stephanie has all of it.
She is telling third party, other victims.
So once again, so
Stephanie.
Gigi says she has this stuff, but she didn't say specifically she got it from Stephanie.
No,
No, she,
she told Jerry she got it from Stephanie.
Jay,
She told
you
somebody else
know how much
That doesn't
I
do me any good,
love you.
if you call Gigi,
Do you want me to call Gigi?
call Gigi.
Okay.
Find out, say, yes, do you want to call Jerry?
Has your lawyer called Gigi at all?
No, we haven't gotten him involved today. Well, we
I
can
talked
talk
to him this morning, but that was it.
How about talk
Oh,
to your
you
lawyer
mean
about
her
this because of
brother?
the cease and desist? Let him know what you. I mean, lawyers knows your brother, but when it comes to stuff like this or anything business, lawyers need to know everything that's happening so they know how to protect you and how to move forward.
Stop calling me.
That's my take on it. I mean, lawyers are to protect and guide.
Yeah, so put that aside for a second. Let's talk about this. Gigi told somebody today that it was Stephanie that sent it.
Mhm.
Can you find that out from Stephanie and Gigi? Because, or Jerry. Jerry can say, yes, it was Stephanie. Like, I don't know who you need to
But
call.
Jerry's this guy, but was told by Gigi. But once again, that's a hearsay.
Call Gigi.
That's what I'm asking. Do you want to talk to your brother first?
Yeah.
Well, Gigi wasn't sent to cease and desist.
Okay, that might.
She needs a locked unit, the one you can't get out for at least 72 hours. You know what I mean? Where you make the origami and you color and you do groups. You know, those like locked units where like you have to be like escorted everywhere. Matthias, in my opinion, qualifies. Definitely qualifies. Yeah. I think they call that a 5150 here.
That might not be a bad idea. So, do you want to talk to your brother first?
About,
If he should call Gigi.
um,
I can call Casey.
okay, forgive me.
No, it's okay. It's very convoluted. But I can't go off of hearsay, and it stinks. It 100% stinks. Going down this kind of path and everything. But
I thought Gigi told us today that it was Stephanie. I thought I heard that when we were talking.
Yeah.
So I think this is where we're.
100%.
So
Okay.
I thought that she did say that.
This
To us today.
hello.
Hey, Pace, it's Grayson. I'm here with the police right now.
on top
I
on
talked to
top of
Gigi,
it.
And Gigi, we know from what we know is that people are being, Gigi's telling people to talk to Stephanie. And Stephanie's involved. So the question now is, do the police call Gigi?
So you're with the detective work.
Yeah, I'm with an officer right now.
I'm a patrol officer. I don't know the ins and outs of all these laws, but the cease and desist order sounds like it was violated. I don't know what it says. But
Lithium. Lithium is an option. Maybe Haldol. Haldo right in the ass. Calm that bitch down.
Same time, it sounds like this Gigi person was contacted by the Stephanie, which is the cease and desist person, and it sounds like she was contacted after the cease and desist was sent out in April, and documents were sent to this Gigi. Although apparently this is third party information from another source that says that Gigi has this stuff.
Yeah. So, and then where is this in Henderson?
Yes, in Henderson. Okay. Is this where you work out of?
This is my employee department.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay, in Henderson.
Okay.
So I recommend it through because we've hashed a lot of different things and trying to come down to the exact facts of what we know right now, instead of what's being heard and hearsay and stuff like that. So that being said, I brought it. She had mentioned right away that you guys did a cease and desist, but then talking about Gigi and did she or did she not kind of stuff, was a cease and desist violated? And some of this falls down into the civil area. I'm trying to figure out if there's a criminal act right now with what I have, and I'm trying to get to that point of it. But I know the importance of a lawyer for both guidance and you needing to know this information. So
Yeah, sure.
I love you on
I
top.
think part of the multiple jurisdictions here.
Yes.
Is invoked because of where Lauren lives. So I think we're relevant to be working here. Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely merits some investigation because let's get to the bottom of what.
Well, the investigation, my investigation would be criminal. Right now, I'm trying to find the criminal aspect in this. Cease and desist, from what I understand, is civil. That'd be between you guys and them. Because even though stuff was shared, nothing has gone public as far as defamatory information, everything that was defamation, if it does get.
This is my thing too. If her husband is this high status criminal forensic psychologist, like whatever, wouldn't you think he would like put her on a hold, like make her go see somebody? Like, I know it's hard for people when you are that tight in that profession to see your loved ones the way they truly are. But it's gotten to the point where like it's affecting his son. Explained emaciated, not sleeping, dark circles, worried about his mom and stuff. First of all, like, take care of your son first. And the fact that you're allowing your son to get that way, I have questions. And seeing your wife like this, wouldn't you like put her on a 72-hour evaluation hold? Like, it seems to me, and I'm not a doctor. This is not doctor advice. I'm just saying I got a lot of life experience. She should be evaluated thoroughly, allegedly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in my research, when we were preparing the cease and desist, there were some cyber laws, that I had, that did kind of adhere to rise to the level of criminal. But of course, I'm not a criminal lawyer that's
Right.
that knows these laws off the cuff. But I guess where would we want to go next? What would be the next step in your
I'm
process?
almost done.
Well, I got to get a little bit more information and do just a little bit more research on some stuff. Right now, I'm not finding the criminal aspect because somebody's saying I'm going to release information. We don't know what the information is necessarily, and a threat of releasing it doesn't mean they are going to release it. It could be just an idle threat. It sounds like information was shared, but we can't prove that either.
Okay.
So I didn't.
Have they ever been on X? Laura Matthias, have you ever like looked on Twitter? This shit happens rapidly, okay? I have seen shit that I can never unsee on X. Okay? Can never unsee. Has she ever been there? This is a normal thing for pieces of shit or otherwise. I don't know if they're pieces of shit. I don't know them personally, but people expose people all the time with their own words. So, like, this isn't criminal. They're not like lawsuiting, maybe except for one crazy lady. I'm not going to name her name, but if you know, you know. With the cease and desist and the craziness and pleather pants and stuff, like, there's a couple of them. But like, has she been on X recently? Has she been on X?
I didn't know if you plan on sending something to Gigi or what your next step would be in this as well.
Gigi stated that she received files and files of my private messages recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's developing on our side, on the civil side as well. So I mean, sure, we can certainly push on the civil side, and the cease and desist, like the officer said, right, this is just civil, right? The repercussions of that would be civil damage, and we cannot make any threats of criminal action. That's extortion. That's for law enforcement.
Right.
To handle.
Right.
So I'm glad that you're involving law enforcement, I think it's the appropriate path. But like you said, yeah, we've got to know what's concrete here, what's not hearsay. We can certainly pursue more civil remedies and another cease and desist to raise the penalty on the civil side. And yeah, I mean, that's how I can help, right, on that component.
Are you comfortable with me calling this Gigi person?
Gigi is the host of Pretty Lies and Alibis podcast.
Right.
David.
100%.
Sorry, I'm just talking to John, my husband. And
He's
was-
a mandated
I told us,
reporter.
and somebody else, that it's Stephanie that has been sending her info, and she's telling other people to talk to Stephanie, and she'll get all, and that she received files of private messages. And she also told us today, which we have on recording, she said, yeah, we received notification. She said, yeah, they're going to release it. I've been told to turn on my notifications. They're going to go gung-ho on this. I want to stay out of it, but yeah, I've seen files of Lauren's private messages. So,
I mean, so at what point does it have the criminal extortion here where
Well, they're not asking.
going to out you. You better watch it. You better watch, your back. Plus, Stephanie ignoring the cease and desist, and they're going to about to destroy our lives, and as well as others. How does this become criminal? And do we want police to call anybody else? And
Oh,
I know
the
that-
puppy.
did I say that right,
Yeah.
officer?
I mean, I can call you to ex-employees too, for that matter, if you want, and just say, look, you're right to fine line.
I think
And I could do that as well.
I think
Can someone email Grayson on Proton and tell her to stop wearing like midriff shirts from one chubby girl to another? Don't do that.
something like that would be helpful. I think.
I mean, I don't know who they know as far as legal or what they think they can and can't do, but
Yeah,
I could do that too if you want.
I think
Or
that
try to see if I answer anyway, but
I feel good about that. Is that okay, Pace? If he calls them?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's
Jay.
totally appropriate. Yeah, right. Of course, it may the call in and of itself may help. So certainly.
Right. Just
So-
they just
You
feel a little
guys are
concerned.
wild.
Okay.
This is why
So I'm just
we're
going to
the
repeat this just to
bad
clarify.
kids.
So nothing to do with emails whatsoever. The iCloud part of it is meaning, it's to me, the iCloud part of it isn't even there. It's really you sent text messages to another party. That party saved those text messages and now are saying they're willing to share those text messages.
I think that's yes.
Okay.
And to maybe call and be like, you're running a fine line.
So it's text messages that you sent to another employee while they're employed with you.
Mhm.
There's no NDA. I mean, calling both ex-employees or just Stephanie?
I'm okay with you calling.
Because is Colette not part of it pretty much?
What do you think? I think
Colette has more to lose, so she'd be more scared because she's a career.
if the call is, look, you're running a fine line, call both. Call both.
Do you have a copy of the original demand letter that we had sent a couple months ago? Is that maybe helpful with regards to some of that? No, no.
Well, that's going to
That
be civil
poor
anyway, so
dog.
it's not going to, that's not nothing to do with criminal.
It doesn't, but we do cite some code that does straddle both civil and criminal.
Yeah, defamation can be one way or the other. It just depends on.
Wait, is this the brother talking? The one that's not her lawyer because she's a fucking liar? And just so you know, I have 4 lawyers and they're not my brother. You're a fucking liar. There's lie number 1, you fucking bitch.
On what's released and what the intention is. Then that's going to be proven in court.
Great. Okay. Yeah. So if you have a copy of the demand letter, it might just be helpful, but certainly think these phone calls would be as well.
Look at her ignoring the
If
If you get a
dog.
copy of it, you can send me a copy of it.
I can send it.
Okay.
Yeah, because this one says federal.
Yeah, so there's some states are taking federal laws because of all the problems they've had. They're taking some of these federal laws and making them state laws as well. But that's where I got to take a look and see the federal law might be written slightly different than the state law. So I got to see how the state law is written and how it covers the particular thing. Like I said, text messages. When it talks about text messages, it talks about the interception of text messages, not the sharing of text messages. Same with personal information in emails. Personal information is usually the social security, date of birth, all that kind of stuff. So the definition of what's personal information compared to just a general email. So, but we're not talking about emails.
And don't, I realize this is circumstantial, but it helps me to say this out again.
Yeah.
As far as on June 4th,
Just
Stephanie-
let her
just check on her phone,
spiral.
I've been blocked, because I know that I tried to call her.
Yeah, you said she was saving.
She was saving voice messages.
Mhm.
On June 9th, an email goes out. And Gigi tells us today she's received voice memos. I'm just saying,
Can you imagine the self-importance this lady has to think that she can waste all this man's time about what ifs? And it's not like it's made up shit. These are her words that she sent to someone else's devices that became their property. Stop saying shit in messages if you don't want to fucking spread all over the internet, bitch. Listen, I don't know about you. I've been caught in fucking shit like that. It is what it is, right? I've caught other people in that. I didn't necessarily expose them myself, but I was for it because they're fucking dickhead. You know what I'm saying? You betray yourself one way to the public and you're a fucking cuck behind the scenes. Expose that. She is so scared of her reputation. That this is all this is about. This is all this is about.
That's what you're saying.
Do you have copies of those?
The voice memo, they don't, because they don't say, I have a copy that she saved one on June 4th, but I don't know what she said.
Right. So I do a screenshot of that.
Yeah, I have that screenshot.
It's circumstantial, but then again, if you went to civil court on it, be like, look, on this day is when she did this, and then by the way,
5 days later.
you were told. So once again, there need to be proof of such being sent out. But if somebody's willing to work with you and help you out and show you the proof of such,
Look
that
at
this person
this.
received a copy of it on this day.
I got chubbed.
Correct.
Look at this. I got chubbed. But
So
I'm not
I think
exposing it.
if the call can be like, you're not concerned and you're writing like a fine line for them to feel nervous, I think it could benefit several people's lives, mine,
Okay.
as well as others who are going to be.
Re-victimized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. I already put a lot of this stuff in my incident. So whenever we go to a call for service, whether it's a car accident, a theft, or whatever, they all create an incident number. That's timestamp or date stamp basically in a sequence number. So I added that information in the incident summary, all the stuff that you've told me so far, to include some of the Nevada revised statutes and Nevada laws that I thought might pertain to it. So I just wanted to stamp it in there just to keep it in there. Some of it's the email stuff. So now that we have clarification that has nothing to do with it, that's fine. But I'm just letting you know that stuff is being documented in an incident number, and at bare minimum, I'll give you the incident number. Yeah, and then that can be shared with whoever the lawyers or if it does go to civil, then go from there. But the big thing is screenshots, and then the people having to work, willing to work with you. And unfortunately, you're working with people that don't share information because that's their livelihood and their reputation.
Yeah.
So that's probably the tougher part of it right there.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Officer, one last thing. There's two.
the thing is, the people that are exposing her screenshots, it's their reputations too. Like when you're associated to someone like Laura Mathias, you start getting a reputation of her. You might not be at all. You might be like, oh my God, this person's a terrible person. How do I get away from them? Finally get away from them. She fucking spirals, and her criminal psychologist husband's allowing her to spiral over and over and over. And these people are like, I want no association with this. And if she wants to continue to be a bad girl and a mean girl behind the scenes and threat, we don't know what she was saying and doing to them behind the scenes. That never came out because Lauren's the victim. Don't you see how sad I am? Oh, look what they're doing to me. Meanwhile, she's like fucking Cruella DeVille. Look at it. She can't even pet the dog. She was taking the dog away from her. The fuck?
Two Nevada statutes that are in this demand letter. If I could just reference them for you.
Yeah.
Section 205.4765, and that's unlawful acts regarding computers.
I had a 10-pound baby, bitch.
320, which it's an extortion, but also threats, harassment. So I think that's worth for review if there's any relevancy there that means.
Okay, I'll take a look at it.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
thank you for your time.
Yeah, no, thanks for bringing that up because it can be a challenge being on patrol because we don't know everything. So we use Google and look up a lot of different laws to try to figure out where we're at with different things. Sometimes, obviously the more complex stuff gets sent to detectives that do this stuff all the time. So, so far I just spoke to my sergeant about a few things. That's why I actually left the department for a little while, came back in. So, trying to clarify some of the information that we have and seeing where we're at.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Let me go back down my car, look at a few things. I'm gonna look at those text messages that you sent, the email that you sent.
Yeah. You want to send in the one also where she took a voice memo of mine? Did you want that one? And then the collect.
Yeah. Hey, so I think we can hang up now. Hey, thank you so much.
Thanks, yeah.
I do think when I asked her if it was 7, she said yeah, but she didn't say her name outright.
Yeah.
They
obviously-
feed off of
I heard
each
it.
other's
She-
shit
she-
too.
I
They're
will
both
give her a call.
spiraling.
So, will you send him the collect extortion? I took a recent screenshot, just very recent, where I.
So
or
she's
right now,
taking
have it,
screenshots too. How is that
Save
different?
Voice memo, June 4th.
Yep, I will send all of you right now.
You can circle that so they know what that is at the end there. And I appreciate. I know this is a difficult thing.
That's difficult for you. I mean,
It's
Yeah, the cops like
still very helpless. And
the cops like, no, this is fucking bullshit, and you're a weirdo. You're a paranoid weirdo. That's what he's thinking about you, Laura Mathias.
I just appreciate you listening and trying to figure this out
You're welcome.
directly. It's hard to explain,
Oh, 100%. And the bigger challenge is because they are in different states and stuff too. I mean, I think it might be worth a visit to the FBI to see what they might be able to do because they deal with this much more. than what we do.
Facts.
And there's between crypto and all kinds of different stuff. Computer crimes in general. There's a lot of it out there.
There is, right. And it's almost just like going somewhere, like how do you even control it all? How do you,
We get people, the elderly get scammed all the time via the internet, emails and stuff like that. It's horrible.
it's so sad. The whole
Horrible.
thing. I
Yep.
report
Multiple
a lot
times.
of those things their entire retirement.
Yeah, my biggest one was 140,000.
Oh, that's
And it was by an engineer. So who
I suggest she stays away from X. Can you imagine? she'd be a resident at the ABBA house in South Attleboro, Massachusetts. The John Matthias be paying for her to live there. She can't take criticism whatsoever at all. The fragile ego, in my opinion, from like knowing people that have borderline personality disorder and bipolar and I have family members that work in the mental health field, and people like her can maybe be treated with medication, right? Some can't. You need to be in extensive therapy. She wants clout. This is the thing about people like her. They want the clout. They want like the celebrity part of YouTube and being like a huge creator, right? Like I have no aspirations to be a huge creator. I like our community. I like what we got going on here. I have no aspirations to be like Alar Matthias or Annie Elise or I don't, because of what it comes with. I see it. People like her want it until it comes back to it being negative and people seeing right through you. Like I saw right through her and I had to stop watching them years ago because she was insufferable to watch. She's not educated and she rides the coattails of her husband's supposed degrees. And I question him too. In the Mormon Stories podcast, she mentioned that Bridgewater State Hospital, Jay, you already know, baby. Jay knows Bridgewater is just waiting to have her as a resident. Yeah, Bullhorn Betty, another one. They're very similar. She just has Louis Vuittons that apparently she rents. I heard she rents her clothes. How embarrassing. You rent your clothes? Really? Right? Yeah, she needs to get off the interwebs full stop, right? She has a very fragile ego. She can't take it. And when you are in the public like this, you are going to get criticism and there are going to people that are not going to like you. And I think that she's at the point where she has spiraled so far that her mental illness is shining like a diamond. And I have so much more that I want to go over. This is pretty much over. But I will be coming back with more. My son is all set with me. I've been on here for 3 hours. And even though I love hanging out with you, I want to go read some books with my boy and watch Frosty the Snowman before we go to bed because it's Friday. But we will definitely pick up where we left off here, maybe tomorrow if I'm available, definitely Sunday. Maybe I'll do 2. We're doing John Benet Ramsey part 5 in the morning at 10 o'clock. And then I may do another one in the nighttime. So I would love to have all of you back. Thank you for hanging out with me on Friday night and going over some Laura Matthias bullshit because she's a nutbag. Hopefully she just like goes to Spain like Amber Heard, like just go away. I think that's her best choice. Stay off the internet. Go touch some grass. Go like spend time with your son. You know what I'm saying? Go spend time with your son. Jay, I don't wear my clothes. Let's see. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, absolutely. I'll wear a dress once and be like, I don't need this again. So here you go. It's so much work. And yeah. I love you too, Amy, in the backseat forever and ever infinity. Drew K, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. I love that. I might watch that movie tonight. Oh, thank you, Candy Apple. You're my ride or die. You're always here. I love all of you. Like I said, I'm not trying to be this like huge creator. I just like talking about cases, and I love all of you guys that come here and listen to me yap and go over these fucking wild cases that just like need attention. Like fuck Laura Matthias and all the hurt she has caused so many people. And I hope all of you guys will come here on Sunday, 10 a.m. And we're going to do part 5 of the John Benet Ramsey unsolved case. We have Frank Zell, who's been researching the case for 29 years. He's been helping me out in between behind the scenes with a lot of information. And I would love to have you here Sunday at 10 a.m. And until then, I am going to sign off and go watch Frosty the Snowman with my little guy. But we love you. Oh yeah, by the way, I asked my mom if it's one of her favorite movies. I'm like, "Mom, is this a Christmas movie?" And she said no. So, I'm with I'm with Nana. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, like the video, subscribe, share, have people come and hang out with us. I love you guys. Thank you guys for always just like being ride or dies on this channel forever. And I love all of you and I appreciate all of your input. You make these streams that we do really fun. I love each and every one of you. All right, bye. Bye guys. See you later.